Hello, everyone. As usual, I have to get into my chair of death and destruction and drop all my books. So, how's everyone doing? You can't answer me right now because you're not on, but thank you again for joining us because we have been so excited to get going. That's not Jordan. This is Cameron. He is the guy that pretty much started me on D&D. Now, I've been watching D&D and looking at people play D&D and wanting to play D&D, but I haven't been. Cameron here, we were one day at my in-laws' house. This is my brother-in-law. He showed up with a D&D book and said, hey, and he was talking to his brother, do you want to play D&D? And I was just like, what? I literally just...
Ever since,
I just jumped myself in there because I was like, I've been waiting for this moment. And I don't even know if he wanted to play with me. I just kind of got in there.
No, I wanted as many people. I mean, we had like 8 people at
first. It was too big. A lot of newbies all at once. It was insane. And we went crazy. We turned into blobs. It's exciting. Anyway, yeah, good. Anyway, all right, just checking the audio. All right, yeah, so we're ready to go. So Jordan's not here this week. We're probably not doing next week. Holiday stuff. Who knows? So, to be announced. But we're just going to get started. His character will be coming in, and this was planned. So, just Jordan not being here wasn't. So, anyway, but show must go on. We're excited, and let's get going. So, the last thing that happened is we were in the arena, and Cry died, Jordan's character. He was in the stomach acid of the basilisk, and he was stoned, and he threw him in there, and it was really like this kind of sad moment. We all thought he was dead. The only problem was that he was melting in the stomach acid, which was kind of the issue why his health was just dropping. But the stomach acid of a basilisk turns you back into yourself because it eats you. But anyway, he got healed about 3 hit points, I think it was, give or take, and you turned him alive, and he decided to do something epic, which was actually just what he needed to get out. And he flew in the air, and everyone was amazed, and that's where we left off. They were going out of the arena, and everyone was kind of in awe, / like chanting Makwana, which is twins in Egyptian, but we're just going to say primordial in this situation. And we're going to get started from there, and then make sure I have all my dice. And okay, so you just saw your brother fly out and survive. He came up behind you, and he was asking what just happened, because last thing he remembers is, and then next he's flying in the air. You know what I mean? Like he's covered, and he probably reeks. I can't imagine the inside of a basilisk smells too good, but that's what just happened. So there's also something that is happening at the exact same time. There is a man sitting next to the screaming Ammonius who is saying that he's going to kill you, and that he's going to find a way to kill you, and how upset he is that you just killed his pet. If you remember, he was very upset.
And that is what he gets for attempting to put it in front of us.
Yeah, and as you knew, you heard in the slave quarters that this is the gladiator killer. And this is the thing that puts all the gladiators up in this part of town that's like the Hall of Heroes, which it's not. It's just bodies of the people that were turned into stone and then placed on top of a pillar, and to make it look like some heroic pose.
Morbid.
Yeah, it's a little bit. But yeah, so he's a little upset because that's never happened. And you've never been to Hero Quarter, but you've heard there's quite a few. Am I the only one here? Hey, probably right now. Shelvbaum. Hope I said your name right. Schlevbaum. Yeah, you're probably the only one here right now. Most people catch it on the replay because a lot of people that watch are in the East or in the UK. So, yeah. So if you want to hang out, you're cool. Any questions you have, go ahead and say stuff. I might not answer at the moment. But, okay. So, you're sitting next to Ammonius.
Right.
And if you want to introduce yourself, Ammonius is upset, but tell the people who you are, what your character is, and what you're doing here. Obviously, Ammonius doesn't know all of this.
Okay, you mean like tell the arena?
No, not the arena, but like tell us.
Okay, I was
Hello, everyone!
Like, why do I announce myself after this? Okay.
You don't have to tell like your backstory. Just
Like, it would take a few hours if I had to do that.
Yeah, oh jeez.
I have daddy issues.
Yeah.
It all began when I was born.
Yep. All right, so my character is Castle. What's the last name?
Zabros.
Zabros, and he's a knight from. How do you say it?
Jebur.
Jebur, yeah.
So it's Jebur, I think it was spelled.
Yeah.
So he, it's a little island to the south of El Janta, which is actually quite a bit away. It's probably like 60 miles by sea. It's not terribly far, but it's far enough. It's a distance.
Yeah, and then with me I have.
I was looking for my drink. I don't remember. Oh, it's
What
on
are
this.
What are the two people with me? The prince. I know the prince. I forget his name.
Yes,
now.
Aron.
Aaron and then
Dowd.
Right.
So Aron and Dowd, one is Prince, but he doesn't like to be called Prince, and he doesn't like the title.
Right. So I should remember his name. All right.
Yeah, Aron.
Aaron.
Kind of same as Final Fantasy X. Did you ever play that?
I did.
Okay, the guy with the big sword,
Mhm.
Aron. Yeah,
Aron.
that's a good way
Aron.
to remember it. And Dowd is basically a royal guard who is hanging out with them, protecting them, hanging out together. And then, what are you? You're a knight? Okay.
Yeah. So me and the other guy, we're in the same knighthood.
Mhm.
Same, and we're just we're up to something here, and we'll just see what happens.
Good. Okay, so Ammonius, he's practically tearing his hair out. He's just screaming, and you hear him say the same thing that he said to them. You can catch at the end of episode 2. Anyway, so he's screaming at them, and he's just practically frothing, and then he just composes himself, and the people are still he sees that he's lost control of the arena, and this is his domain. This is his little play area with the slaves. He sits there for a few moments, and he composes himself, and he just turns on his heels and turns to you three sitting next to him because he invited you. He says to you, "That was unfortunate. I didn't. They'll pay. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I was promising you a tour. First, I have to deal with these slaves, but I will take you on a tour this afternoon. Would you wait here for a few minutes, or wait downstairs in the front courtyard area of the arena?" And the prince looks over at you.
Mm-hmm.
Aron turns to you and just says, quietly to you, just like whispering, says, "We need to get away from him."
Okay.
And you can see him busy. He doesn't wait he's not just staring at you and like he whispers, but he like waits till someone grabs his attention.
So yeah, we'll go wait in that downstairs area, right?
So it's basically you'll be going down some stairs all the way down to the bottom of the arena because you were in this nice top area with all the rich people. And
Okay.
you get to the bottom, and there would be a courtyard area right where in the front where these big 2 statues would be. And basically
Alright.
everyone would be filing out of there. That's what he's telling you to do.
Okay, so does he walk like a different way?
Yeah, he's headed down to the same stairs area, but his goes off into like a secret corridor. Not secret, but like management only.
Yeah.
It's got a big guard in front of it and things like that.
Okay, so
So
maybe
he lets you go your way as he goes his.
So yeah, maybe I'll kind of like look like I'm gonna go my own way, but maybe I kind of want to follow him a little bit.
Okay, so there's a guard currently standing there, very, very large man. He even has like tattoos of symbols of his god on his arm, which isn't typical.
Okay,
but he
so
seems like he might be like a
pretty
mercenary
intimidating.
type.
Okay.
Yeah.
And these other guys wanted to get away from him, so I guess I'll just stay with them and see what they want to do.
Okay. Well, I'm not saying you can't talk to the guard, but that's what is you can't like just follow him because as soon as
Right.
you kind of like you hesitate to kind of look over there to see if I can go that way, but as soon as you're about to, the guard just kind of looks at you, leans on his spear, just gives you this menacing like don't even bother.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you follow the other 2 down. Dowd turns back to the prince and he starts speaking to him, and you kind of overhear. It's just loud as you're going down the steps with quite a few people. Most people are still drinking, having a good time in the arena. They just saw something incredible. They want to talk about it. Everybody's kind of saying their opinions. You hear a few people say, "Is he a god? Is he a god on earth?" You hear a lot of that because a man just flew out of the body of a basilisk,
Right.
essentially with wings. And everyone kind of just saw that,
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, you get to the bottom and you hear Dowd saying to the prince and to you as well, says, "This is what we're here for. This is exactly what we're here for." And you finally get to the bottom, and there's quite a few people looking at you as you're completely differently dressed than everyone else.
Mm.
What are
Us
you
three-
wearing?
Us three are like.
Yeah, what are you wearing right now? Just give me an example.
Yeah, so just like knight armor, and it's black,
Okay.
and of course we have like the raven.
Now,
symbols.
is that gonna be like on a cloak? Is that like on your shoulder? Is that like something on your clothes? What do you wear? Just so I can we can describe these people.
I want to say I have a cape.
Okay.
And I would say that it would be on the cape.
Okay. Like on the back.
And then it's on my shield. Yeah, on the back.
Okay.
And then and then on my shield, of course.
Shelvon, I hope you're talking about us when you say, hope I find someone else to watch. Well, fine, watch them. We appreciate you being here. Anyway, yeah, so you guys look cool. Well, you're all wearing black. You have raven symbol of your like knighthood on your clothing. The prince has it right here in like a little clasp that looks like it's been it's like a piece of bronze. He's fine. He's a little bit finer dressed than you. Not trying to stand out too much, but he has to, part of his station, even if it's subconsciously, look better than everyone else.
Right. Yeah.
Even if it's not the case. You get to the bottom. He's a little bit impatient. Your eyes are wandering the crowd. You're looking around. People are staring at you, like I said, but they're not exactly approaching you. Most people are actually giving you kind of a wide berth. They're giving a wide area of semicircle around you guys standing against the wall. Okay, so you wait for how long? Are you going to wait there the whole time, wait for him, or are you going to do anything while you're waiting? Giving you options here. I don't want to just say, this is what you're doing.
Yeah. You think. So, I guess, I mean, I kind of know, like, what my character kind of wants to be doing here, but I don't really know.
Yeah, talk to the other guys.
Yeah, I don't really know what he meant by that, so I guess I'll ask them.
I mean, how
What's
do you
the
feel in
plan?
this city? It's a desert. It's hot. You're used to what kind of climate?
Well, it's kind of like where we're from. It's like cloudy all the time, just kind of gray and dark.
Mm-hmm. Is there a lot of
So-
green around you too? Because it
Like
probably
back
rains
where-
a lot.
Back in Jebur.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's rainy.
Okay,
For
so this
sure.
is totally just like melting, sweltering heat
Mhm.
for you. So you're sitting in the shade, but you're just uneasy being in this place. But what did you want to say to them?
I'm just gonna ask him what's the plan. What do you guys want to wait here for him or?
Dowd is scratching his chin, just like with like a half shave, mostly just because he's bored. It's like a nervous tick. He's just kind of scratching with his knife, and he turns to the prince and you, and embeds his knife into like the statue side, and just says, "This could get worse. We came here secretly, yet we are escorted like nobles. How do they know who we are? This could screw everything up. We should probably just get away right now." And the prince says to calm down. We don't know anything yet. When the time comes, if we need to start stabbing and bashing in heads, we'll get there. But for now, we're not going to just start running through the city amok. We don't even know where we are.
Yeah. So, in these gladiators that we just watched in the arena, they look like they're pretty capable, you know. And he said that he was going to go take care of the slaves. What does he mean by that? Should we?
The prince says, well, from what we've ascertained by some espionage, everyone's gone missing, but maybe 2 people. We've heard that they don't kill the slaves too often. They like to keep them around. Like if a slave escapes, they keep them. They put them on harsher duty. So I've heard. So I doubt he's just going to go in there and slaughter them, but it can't be good for them. So if we're going to get them, we should get them soon. You heard what he said in the arena.
Mhm.
He was obviously livid.
Yeah. So I'm thinking I think we should wait for him. Let's wait for him to come back and let's do what he does for a little bit.
Okay, and to you. So you're sitting, I should say, cramped in a cell, dirty, messed up. Odion's with you, Alana's with you, all crammed in a cell. There's a gladiator that's already in there who's taking up most of the cell. He is a minotaur. So you get cramped in this little cell with this massive beast,
Stinky.
and it does. It
Hairy.
smells like a very very smelly cow. He's sitting there, and they let him have his club, probably because no one wanted to take it from him. It's kind of a branch, and he's just leaning on it, and just looking at you as you get crammed into the cell with him.
Okay. Well, I wanna ask him. So, what got you in here?
The Minotaur.
Yeah.
You turn to him and you ask him. He goes, "Moo." And he says, "My name is Moose."
Moose.
His actual name. That is if you don't know, which you probably don't, there is a character that was Moose that I sang a song about. He's been imported, so he's gonna show up maybe here and there. Anyway, so I didn't name him. That's his name. Anyway, so he just tells you his name. That's all he does.
Okay.
and Cry. He turns to you and says, maybe don't talk to him.
Yeah.
And
He doesn't seem like the
Odion's
friendly
a
type.
little apprehensive. He's kind of stuck his back to the he's seen him fight before. This is a gladiator.
Uh-huh.
He says, "It's a pleasure to finally meet you, Moose. I've seen what you can do. Please don't do that to us. We mean you no harm." And Alana, she's not saying anything. She's just, after what happened, she's a little bit taken aback.
So we're all in this cell
You all got thrown into the
with
same
Moose.
cell. And Cry, might I mention, half of the stink is coming from him. He's covered in bile and
Right.
disgusting blood and everything. So he's a little bit worse for wear when it comes to how he looks and feels. Can you imagine being sticky and stuck in that? Not very pretty.
Tell him to take a sand bath.
Just start rubbing himself in the dirt.
Hamsters do it.
Does your character know this?
Yes, my character studies hamster
Yeah, he just
behavior. It's vital. In
Roll
our
history on
victory.
hamsters.
Yeah.
All right, so after about what seems like 15, 20 minutes, you hear footsteps coming down the hallway that you were just dragged down. Now, as you were being dragged down, there was like 6 or 7 cells that you could kind of make out. You're at the very back of this area. It's just a hallway. It's a curved hallway with cells lined up.
Okay.
There
Like
are
circular?
yeah, it's like semicircle.
Hmm.
It's at the base of the arena. The arena is round, so
Okay,
it's like
okay.
it's like a circle like this. Actually, let me just show you rather than tell you. Right there.
Okay.
Make sense?
Uh-huh.
All right, so you're at the very back. You hear clicking coming down the hallway of footsteps and heavy plate of people walking. Not plate. I mean like metal clanking from
Yeah.
armor.
Uh-huh.
You know these guys. They don't have plate. Anyway, so they get to the back and you see it's Ammonius, your favorite person. He's not angry like you expected him to be when you came down the hallway,
Uh-huh.
but he looks at you and just says, "I don't like you. I don't like you. Why aren't you dead?"
The feeling's mutual.
He looks at you specifically and says, "I'll deal with you first. However, I've been ordered not to kill you, but since you are my slaves, I have plans for you tonight."
Sounds like you're somebody's puppet.
And what you can see of fuming of this man is in his eyes. You see this fiery death, and roll perception on him.
20.
Nice. You absolutely see
Into
his eyes.
soul.
You see his eyes flicker. You know before, if you remember,
Uh-huh.
they flicker with the snake-like eyes.
Uh-huh.
So it confirmed. You've seen a little bit of that meeting,
Uh-huh.
but you saw it firsthand now. Before you saw it through vision.
Mr. Snake.
Yeah. So you see his eyes flicker, and then back to normal. You're the only one that sees this,
Okay.
and he kind of notices that you see it, and he just kind of he looks at you one more time and says, "Tonight or tomorrow. Unfortunately, I have business." And he turns to the guards. He says, "Watch these people. They're not normal people. You saw what they did in the arena. I want double the guards until I send you word. I will send you a message within the hour." And so he can't decide what he's doing with you, but he wants to see your faces before he does whatever he's going to do. He has a few things planned. Okay. All right, back to you. He comes marching out, and totally calm, collected, and just with this elegance and very like fluid movements. He's very like a nice, well brought up person, noble. So he turns to you as he comes out, and he says, "Are we ready? Sorry that took so long."
Yeah. Yes, after you. Lead the
Okay.
way.
So what have you seen in the city before my men picked you up?
What have we seen? I pretty much picked us up when we got here. So
So you came in. The ships aren't exactly right next to this area. They're about 15, 30 minutes away. On a good ride, like if you're going quickly, and then there are the docks down there. So you walk up this hill and go up this road, and then you get into the city. So you came by boat, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he comes by boat. They get off the boat, then they picked you up.
Yes.
So they kind of just as soon before you even got into the city, they have some guards come up and they picked you up.
Right.
Brought
they
you
knew,
to him.
Yeah, they were expecting us or something.
Wow. Okay. So they pick you up and they take you to him, and you didn't get to see much of the city except for the poor sector, which isn't very safe for people, outsiders. Especially with the cloaks of the ravens on them, because your religion is spreading a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
They don't like that here.
Yeah.
So anyone that's come into the city that is, you've learned on your way, because the guards were thinking about roughing you up until they kind of started to see who you were.
Mm-hmm.
They were thinking about throwing you in the dungeon right away, but you talked yourselves out of it as you were going up, saying that you're not just commoners or preachers. You are here to see the city.
Right.
So anyway, he says, well, the poor quarter isn't exactly a place for gentlemen such as yourselves. I will show you into the finer areas. So he takes you on a tour. It takes about 45 minutes. You walk by several sectors. I will show you on the map. You've briefly seen it. He takes you past the temple. He leads you up right here. There's water flowing down the middle of this sector. It's gorgeous. There's palm trees on either side. Very elaborate flowers. It smells really nice. There's dancers, performers.
We came from
So you
over
came from the
here.
arena.
Yep.
So he takes you across here, goes up here. So about a 40-minute walk up this direction, and you see in front of you this great temple that's multi-layered. There's about 5 or 6 tiers going up in kind of a step manner. And you get to the front of the temple, and he says, "I cannot allow you to go in, but on occasion we'll have feasts here. Now we had one just the other night." And then he just changes topic completely. He remembers how terrible these guys have been to him. So he decides he's going to take you towards his house, which is strange. It's not a normal type house. You could see it from the outside. It looks similar to a mansion. The outside is being redecorated, repurposed, I guess. He says as he gets you closer to it, "This was previously mine, where I had many a slave dig and dig and dig and dig and dig until there was nothing else in that mine. Now that there's nothing else, we have repurposed it for my home. I had a small little area, and since my promotion, I've expanded, and so this whole area is now my house, being renovated, not complete. But it is a wonder, and I have plans, and it is going to be beautiful."
It looks great.
and the prince falls back a little bit to you, and Dowd he motions Dowd to go up ahead to kind of keep his attention, and Dowd walks in and says, "So Ammonius," just like "How is the wine here?" Just trying to get his attention. As the prince falls back, says, "If we're going to get these slaves, we need to find a way out. They know we're here. We have no way of escaping."
I have maybe through these mines, possibly. I mean, he said they dug and dug. There could be possible tunnels. I actually had an informant tell me that there is a way out through these mines.
And so he looks at you for a second, and he doesn't break eye contact with you. He's just staring you down and says, "Okay, that's an option, but that requires us to go through his house. So we need to see what kind of security he has. So how are we going to get in that house?" And then he starts walking up ahead and says, "Yeah, and the palm trees." He's just trying to carry on a conversation like it never happened. Ammonius isn't quite fooled. He kind of looks back over his shoulder, but you can tell he doesn't.
Yeah.
He just noticed you speaking quietly. He's
Okay.
not stupid. but he wanted to hear, but he couldn't because unfortunately Dad was being too loud. Okay, back to you in the area. What are you going to do? Your brother's pretty badly messed up. You're not a healer. You can heal him a little bit, but
Right.
it's not like
Right.
a great amount.
I guess I'm going to ask the people in the cell if anybody has an affinity towards medicine.
Medicine, huh? Alana actually is pretty good at medicine. She says, well, I don't have anything, unfortunately, with me, but I could try something. And she looks around and she has like, like robes and stuff. She's like, he's not really bleeding. I can't really tie off any wounds. I don't think there's anything I can do for him in here. Unless the Minotaur is hiding something. And the moment she says Minotaur, he looks up and just with this fury and picks her up and puts her against the side of the thing and says, "Me no Minotaur!" He just screams at her. And Odeon says, Alana, he doesn't like the M word. So, true story. Okay, so he finally lets her down and just kind of backs against his corner again and just holds the branch and just keeps looking at you guys. She can't do anything.
Okay. I have a plan, but we're gonna need that guy's tree branch. I'm just kidding.
I need a tree branch. So you're still wearing your armor. They took your weapons, obviously.
Oh, I'm still wearing the armor. Okay. Well, I'm gonna tell the guard, like, hey, this guy's dying, pretty much. He needs medicine if he's gonna participate in the next. If you don't want him to die before the next match, we need to get him some sort of healing.
Roll persuasion.
5.
Shut up in there. Roll a 16. He doesn't take it. The other guard looks over, and you can see he looks a little bit more compassionate than the other one, but he doesn't say anything.
Okay.
That's something you can use later or not. But you can tell he was a little bit like, like he's dirty. He needs some help. All right, back to you. You were by his house.
Mm-hmm. So is he taking us into his house? Or?
He wasn't taking you into it. He was just showing you.
All right, maybe. I mean, we're still there, right?
You're right next to it.
All right. I'll try to persuade him to say, "Hey, you're so proud of your house. Why don't you show us the inside?"
Okay, roll
We're
persuasion.
very interested in your guys' building type. Let me see.
Can I just say if you roll anything above a 1, you get it?
Oh, okay. Yeah, 7.
That's good enough. You seem hesitant though. Even with that 1, you seem hesitant because you rolled a 7. That wasn't a great
I
argument.
get +5. So.
Oh, that's better.
Yeah.
So, okay. So with that, he sees that you're a little bit eager to see his house, but with the pride he has because of this one, especially, he says, "You know what? Yeah, I'll show you my house." The incredible thing is the architecture was built itself. You see, it's in the side of this hill, and he just starts explaining as you go. And he tells his guards to move, and he's got 2 standing in front. Not relatively big guys. They kind of threw the cheaper guards at guard duty of a house. The bigger guys are guarding the needed areas where big guys fight, and this isn't that necessary. But he has his own, looks like personal guard. Anyway, you walk into his house. It's actually carved into an arc. They put like a big door in front of it, but it wasn't originally meant for that. They fashioned it into a house. It's made out of stone as you enter, but you see that they've placed wood planks and things like that. Looks nice.
Okay.
Carved. He had some people definitely paint different symbols on the outside. It looks very nice. If you're into that sort of thing. Not your forte, in architecture, but as you walk in, you definitely notice it was not originally a house. This hill, it almost just appeared, this hill. But they use it as a mine, and you can see that as you go in, it goes downward a little bit. So as you get in, it's kind of cooler, which is nice.
I'm gonna act like I'm like very interested.
Okay.
And I guess should we roll like a performance like
Yeah. If you're going to try to, I mean, that or deception.
and like just try to like get him to keep showing off, you know.
Okay. Yeah.
Form away. So I rolled 7 again plus what did we say? Performance plus 2, so 9.
Okay. He rolled 13. He's not really buying it, but he thinks you're just being polite. He's not.
Yeah.
He's
they're-
not.
they're really
Yeah, this is
nice."
great. And then he turns to the prince. Perhaps you will appreciate it. He says, "Now, where you're from, do they have many mines?" And the prince says, "We don't need a mines. We trade most of our ores." He says, "That's a shame. You see, this was a special kind of mine. It was a mine of ebony. It was beautiful. We would get all sorts of things from down there. Of course, beasts and creatures and things of that nature kept our guards too busy to make it profitable. Too many had to be replaced. Too many slaves needlessly were killed. So we closed down the mine, and hence I've been here. Now, Dowd, was it?" And Dowd looks over for the first time being addressed by Ammonius. And he says to him, "Tell me, would you say that this is an important thing for you to be here? Be honest with me. Why are you here?" So he's kind of put you in a place where you can't really escape.
Oh, he's talking to me.
And he's talking to you and Dowd. He turned to
Okay.
Dowd, but he's looking at you too.
Oh, okay.
He first started talking to
Is
Dowd.
it?
and turned
He's
to
asking if it's important for us to be here.
you. Yeah. You showed up in his city.
Well, I would say, I mean, yes, it's important to explore the other cultures around us. You know.
I couldn't agree more. We've explored your culture a great deal. And he claps, snaps his hand, and a guy runs over with a cup of wine, and he just grabs the wine, throws it in his face. "Not this wine!" And then he says, "Get more, better wine, and not one cup." And then the guy bows his head. You can see he has a brand on his chest with a stripe right through it, and you would recognize it's a slave, but you're not here. You've seen a couple slaves, and they all, if they're shirtless, they have a brand right here.
Okay.
And
Is that brand kind of depending on who owns them, type of thing, or just
he owns all of them, so that's his signal.
Okay.
That's his little signal. You've noticed everyone that's in his area or around has a little symbol on his wall. Okay, back to you.
Back to me.
So let me tell you what's going on, since it's been about like 5 minutes. The guard that told you to shut up just walked away. He told the other guard something in his language, and you have no idea what he said. You've picked up bits and pieces, but this seems a little bit more complex on purpose. You know, like
Okay.
it's almost like you would do to not let anyone else of any other language understand you.
Yeah.
Use big words.
Okay. I want to attempt again to persuade
Okay.
the other guy. Just say, hey, he's gonna die, and your masters are gonna be so angry with you that you let the slave die on your
Roll
watch.
advantage on that. That's a very good, insightful thing to say.
2 17s plus what? This is persuasion.
Yeah.
19.
Player wins. He rolled a 19 too. He's very hesitant. He's nervous. He keeps looking over. Can't see around the corner, but the guy just passed right when you started saying this, and he's just like, "Shut up." Just like you can tell he's listening. He says, "Shut up. You're gonna get in trouble. You're gonna get me in trouble." He said, "But how bad is he?"
He's on the brink of death, and we have no
Were
way
you
to
the
treat
ones
him.
that fought the basilisk?
Yes.
How are you alive?
Exactly.
What happened in there?
He got turned to stone, and right now he's rotting in basilisk bile.
You're right. They'll definitely kill us if our slaves they die in my hands. If he dies right now, how close is he? Is he gonna die?
He's right within the brink.
Okay, what do you need? And Alana says, "Well, we need rags. We need to clean off this bile. You see it burning through his flesh, but if you could find some kind of salve or something like a potion of healing, anything would be of benefit." He says, "Well, I can't just give you a potion of healing. I can't do that."
Well, anything. Anything's better than nothing.
Okay, so he says, well, we have this salve that you apply almost like you'd butter bread, and it sounds silly, but it works very well. I'll be right back. I can't leave the post. Don't leave. so you barely beat him. So he's hesitant. So he says, there's a station right around here, right around the corner. There's a little. Okay, hold on. So he runs down the thing. Split second of time for you. Odion says, my magic doesn't work in here. I can't do anything with these bars.
What about you, Moose?
Moose looks up and goes, why would I help you?
Helping us would help you.
He says, will you propose I do bash the iron bars down with wood?
Can you?
He picks up the wood. Okay, he rolls an 18 plus 6. Okay, so he grabs his tree trunk and just bashes the lock, and it just boom, just caves it in, just kind of falls to the side.
Crap, I guess we're running.
That happened.
I didn't actually tell him to do it, but
The other guard turns around and says, whoa, 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 what are you doing? He pulls out his sword and just says, I may look weak, but I know how to use it. Look, if you want to escape, that's fine. But don't go clobbering your way through here. I'm dead no matter what. They will kill me if you escape. What can I help you with?
Well, clearly you don't want to be in this situation. Why don't you come with us?
It's like,
Look how many of us there are. You're easily overpowered.
I
Just
know
join
this.
us.
That's why I'm trying to talk to you. Don't just go killing people. Some of us aren't here to hurt you. Some of us are just here.
I want to see if he's lying. Insight, 21.
Okay, you can tell he's telling the truth.
Okay.
It says there are ways, but no slave has ever escaped. No one has escaped. Well, maybe one, but no one has escaped too long. They always find you. You can't just go running out the gates.
Clearly.
It's not going to happen.
Well, what would you propose? Because you're screwed either way.
Yeah, he's like, I know, you broke the gate. That guard's going to be back. You see what predicament you put me in?
Well, if he gets back, he'll have to join us.
Back to you.
Alright.
This is going to be interesting real fast.
Yeah, things are escalating here.
They do that. There's never controlling these guys. The beauty of D&D.
Yep, never goes as planned.
No, it goes better.
Oh yeah. Alright, so I mean, what, he threw wine at that guy's face, and that's
No, so since then, let me tell you what's happened. He's come back with some wine. You've had some wine.
Mm-hmm.
He's talked to you a little bit, but you can tell he's a little bit like wanting to hurry this up. Like he doesn't have all day. He has things to do and people to torture.
Well, I could ask him. I'm gonna ask him.
By the way, since he, like, the moment after he called the guard, he turned to one of his other guards and said to him, I need you to write a note. And so he grabs a note and he starts dictating these words. Handle with extreme caution. These are trained gladiators and deadly to a frightening degree. By order of the high priest Khafra, you will take them one by one to the dungeon, interrogate and execute at my order. Have the executioner be brutal with them. Make it look like they were mauled by beasts, particularly the one that I put them in the cell with. We can't have the populace believing we had anything to do with it. Burn this letter or answer to me. And you hear all of them, like, say this. And then the guard runs off. He just starts sprinting.
Okay. So,
You forced my hand.
I'm gonna ask him.
Just kidding. It's not. It was gonna happen anyway.
Yeah.
You can see it right here, but don't.
So we didn't hear anything, did we? Like,
You
we
heard
didn't hear,
that.
No, I mean, like, as far as like
Noises
ruckus
that we're
from
making.
noises from.
Oh no, they're practically across the.
Yeah, you said it was a 45.
Not across the
walk.
city. Not across the city, but that guy's gonna be running.
And when we were probably like strolling when we were walking.
You were
so-
going slow.
Yeah.
If you did a brisk jog or sprinting like this guy, you'd get there same time he did.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna. I forget his name. What is it again? The guy who's kind of in charge.
His name is Ammonius.
Ammonius. So I'm gonna ask Ammonius. You seem kind of troubled. Is there anything that we can do to help you?
unless you're expert at taking care of slaves. You see, I've been dealing with the ones you saw in the arena. They fight like devils, but there's something more, and they are a burr in my side, and I'm done. Have you ever just been done and killed someone?
Actually, we're actually experts in slaves. I'm gonna try to persuade him.
You're gonna need to roll some deception and a half.
Deception and a half, alright. I'm not proficient.
That's an actual roll. Deception and a half.
13.
Okay. He rolled a 13. Well, 9 plus his charisma. He rolled that as well, but you win. He doesn't believe you because he knows where you come from
Right.
and you don't have slaves, but doesn't mean you haven't killed slaves.
Right. As
So-
far as he knows.
So he doesn't know exactly everything that happens over there, but he has a good idea. So he's confused, and he just looks at you and says, "Expert at killing slaves. Aren't you a knight?"
Yeah, I mean, aren't you, like, in charge here? Like, you kill slaves? Like,
It's like, well, yes, I kill slaves. Well, not particularly, but
yeah, I'm a
I
knight.
have them
do,
killed, as you can see.
I do the king's dirty work, you know, so.
Oh, interesting. Well, perhaps, are you any good at interrogating?
Definitely. I mean, I don't even know if I have to lie about that. I got pretty high
Yeah.
intimidation.
I
I mean, I could try. Let me intimidate him. Like,
yeah.
like
Yeah, try
definitely,
that.
like,
Try
I
that.
don't know. 15.
Yeah.
They Oh, you got 7.
He got a 7. He didn't fumble.
was like,
I mean, this
woo!
channel's called Natural 1, but we normally roll 20s. So he's still skeptical, but he looks at you and he says, "You know what? My man can't get anything done right. You see that man that just ran off? I'm sure he will stop by the next tavern or the whorehouse, and he will be busy for the next 30 minutes. He won't even get my order done until this evening. So if you could do me a favor, and if you could go back to the slave quarters and beat those idiots senseless until they tell you something useful, not their names, not where they're from. I want to know who they are that gives them this power and where they come from. They've said very little. I need to know about them. You'd be doing me a great service, and if you did, we'd be very, very kind to you in the future. Now, your city is too holy for us. You seem to be coming here for a reason. If you're here, we're a town of a city of delights, and sin, as your people would call it. Yeah. Are you looking to defect a little? Or are you thinking that you just should have some fun here?"
I mean, I dabble.
He laughs. The first time we've heard him laugh, and he says, "Okay." Turns to the prince and says, "I know you are some nobility. I don't know whether you are a noble or the noble in question, but is he speaking the truth?" And he doesn't want to say anything, but he turns to him and says, "Yay." He didn't say yay. He turns to him and says, "Look,
Yay!
our business here, we came by secret because we don't want anyone to know. Sometimes I like to go out and have some fun. My men accompany me. We haven't been to El Jadar before, but we've heard some good things. Perhaps if we interrogate these slaves of yours, perhaps we could make an arrangement for some fun tonight." And he looks over at him and says, "All right, I can do that. But if you don't get any information, I can't promise you safety or anything in the city at all. We have a tavern in town, but I wouldn't go there myself. Private parties are where you'd have fun. But talk to me in about an hour. Could you get it done in an hour? I'm tired and I need to sleep. But you see that it's not nighttime. It's about midday. But doesn't mean he doesn't.
He's
take
had
his
a
naps.
dramatic day.
Yeah, he lost his favorite pet.
Yeah, an hour sounds good.
Okay, so he says, "Well, you better hurry before my guard gets there and kills them."
Yep, I'm pretty sure we can outrun him.
Back to you.
So
You're standing in the hallway. This guy you've been back and forth, just like, "I gotta do something," and you just, okay. Here's what I'm thinking. We're all going to die, but it depends on how we're going to die.
Okay, so here's the plan.
I'm not with you, by the way.
Here's the plan. They think we're going to run. What if we stayed somewhere local?
And he kind of has this look in his eye. That could work. But they're going to see you leave the arena. That's hopeless. No. Everyone knows your face. You just killed the basilisk.
There's got to be like a back way out.
And you see him kind of think for a minute. He's like, well, they don't let me know too much about the arena. I could ask another guard.
How about the one that's coming back?
He says, well, he went to go get more guards because he said to double the watch. So that could be bad.
We've got to get out.
We
of
have
here.
to get out. I have to get out of here. I have a family. They're gonna kill my whole family because of what you just did. And I can't kill all of you.
No, you can't. So you better help us.
You put me in a terrible situation. This is how this character actually is.
So
He likes his life.
look, maybe you've got some extra guard armor around or clothing that we can put on, some sort of disguise.
Well, he says, you're already in leathers. I mean, perhaps if we covered you in some kind of...
Helmet or cloaks or...
There is an armory. Would you promise not to kill anyone while I'm gone? I will hold them off. I'll tell some lie that one of you did something awful in here, and someone needs to clean it up. We'll just guard the front entrance if I can. I may fail.
How about if they ask you questions, you tell them that some hideous disease is coming out of my brother, and it's spreading.
Yes, I will do that. But please, if you escape, find me and bash me over the head first.
You better not betray us. I already incited him, but I guess should I intimidate him or?
Yeah, try that. Never hurts.
Natural 20.
Oh my goodness, he is your man. With everything that you've done, yeah, he's like, I can't not do that. And you've turned this. Woo! There's a few persuasion checks and intimidations. He turns to you and says, "Look," and he's kind of shaking. He says, and Odeon actually steps forward and he grabs him by the lapel and not even worried that he's holding his sword, and he just says, along with your intimidation, says, "We won't just kill you. We'll burn you." So, but if you help us escape, we'll reward you. We have a great gem that could be yours.
It's true.
And you see his eyes light up. He says, "Where's your gem? How do you have it? With you? You have it with you? Don't tell me you have it with you." And he says, "No, back in our slave quarters, under where he sleeps."
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Oh, I know where that is." Yeah. He says, "If you help us escape, you can have that gem." And Cry looks over and says, "Oh, that's my gem." I don't. Okay.
So, I guess he's probably gonna run off, do what he's gonna do. I suggest we make some sort of mud or something gross and disguise ourselves so we've got some sort of hideous leprosy or something. I don't know.
Okay, roll
some flesh-eating virus.
I would say roll deception.
Okay.
And then see what you all get. Yours isn't very convincing.
No.
Cry's is amazing. It's 18.
That's a 6. Yeah.
Okay, he looks the worst, which is okay. All right, back to you.
Right, so we're just running.
Okay, so you're just running all the way back. Okay.
To the arena, yeah.
So you're all in heavy armor. So you're all just not heavy, like medium to heavy.
I'm in heavy, yeah.
You're in heavy, so just clanking through the city.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to roll athletics to see how good you do getting back.
Pretty good, 16.
Okay, so the prince is just tripping all over himself.
That makes
He's
sense.
running. He's running. He's used to fighting close range, but not sprinting across half of a
He's
city.
wearing flip-flops.
Yeah, I shouldn't have put these on.
Could never sprint
I
with
thought we
these
were
on.
going to be at the beach.
You said sand. So you're running all the way back. Prince is having one heck of a time keeping on his feet. He's just sand on the stone, just slipping with the armor. You can see that could be an issue. He's not used to it. It gets better over time, but not too much. You make it back, but everyone's kind of laughing as you guys run by and you keep slipping and grabbing onto things, knocking over carts, all sorts of mayhem. You make it back to the gladiator area as one very nervous guard goes running out of the area, trying to look inconspicuous, but as you approach, you just see him look very uneasy. Right, there are two guards standing in front. One of them's talking to the other one, and you can see a couple more guards talking nearby, but they're not right next to the door.
So there's two
Two
guards
right
in front
next
of
to the door.
Okay, so I'll walk up to them and say, "We're here to interrogate."
Okay. They look at you and say, "Are you kidding me? What do you do?" No. You can't just walk into the slave quarters and say, "I'm here to interrogate. You hear this, man? It's just get out of here before I stab you."
Oh, these are orders from your boss. So I mean, if you take that chance and you find out that these were orders, he might be stabbing you.
Why would Ammonius hire outsiders? And Noah says, "I don't get the orders. You get the orders." And Auron tries to persuade him and says, "Look, I don't care how you do things here, but where we come from, we get answers. And they don't care." Dowd tries to convince him, doesn't do too much better. That's it. So they don't believe you, those two.
They don't. Okay. Well, maybe it's because I forgot to roll my intimidation with that. Let's see. Intimidation 22.
Yay, because I rolled a 9. All right, so what do you say to them? You said that, but what do you say to them after your men said that? Because I can't just say they were intimidated before, but then afterwards,
not so much. Definitely.
I'm afraid of him. What are you guys talking about? How do you intimidate?
So I guess
sounds pretty terrifying with your.
Yeah, I guess I just kind of hold my sword. I could pull it out and be like, we have orders to interrogate, and we're not going to let you guys stand in our way.
He says, whoa, look, I'm just here. I just popped in to say hello, on lunch, back to work. Keep up the great work, guys. Jeremy Stevens, thank you so much. You're an awesome man. I appreciate it very much. With that, he feels terrified. He steps back and says, "Look, you don't need to chop us in half. I mean, if you want to go in there, fine. Go in there. They're terrible, stinking slaves. You come out with the slaves, we kill you. Yeah, fine. Go, just go." And he just kind of opens the door and just waves you through. So
awesome. 3
of you enter into the gladiator area, and you don't exactly know where they are. You saw them from afar.
Mm-hmm.
You're not 100% sure on what they look like because it was probably like 70 or 80 feet away from them up in the rafter area.
So tell me what I'm kind of seeing right now.
So as you walk down the stairs, it's a bit muggy, smells like dirty, smelly men and beast. As you get to the bottom, you see a lizard-like creature wearing like a loincloth, and he's leaning onto the bars, and he's just looking at you just as you step by. Lizard folk, as you heard about, never seen. The other gladiators are men, and not all the cells are full. Not all of them have healthy people in them. One of them in particular has a man that looks to be severely battered from his last. He looks like a very big man, but it looks like someone bludgeoned him really good. He may have caused problems. But the next one over is a jar. When I say a jar, it's been bent, and there's a bunch of them just standing in there, just waiting. That's what you see as you finally meet.
Oh, okay.
It only took almost an hour.
We're
here though.
When I see him, I'm gonna say like, "Oh, stay back. We've got a catching disease." Because I don't know who you are.
And then immediately Auron holds up a handkerchief to his face and says, "We're here to rescue them. Are we rescuing these ones?" This ragtag bunch of people.
Yeah, we're gonna rescue all of them. And can I see like a perception to see if I see like a guard? Anybody?
You hear them say rescue. And you're like, what?
Any like any keys or anything to open the cages? I fumbled on a perception.
You don't see any keys.
Okay.
Not at all.
So I guess I'll ask, who did this to the bars or whatever. that are.
As you ask the
bent
question,
up.
you notice this massive minotaur with a branch. And before you even answer, he just looks at you and nods.
Okay,
So he said rescue you guys.
Yeah, so I guess I'm gonna roll insight.
Yeah.
Um,
Is this a trap?
right. 'Cause I
You've been
don't-
here for a year and a half.
It's 14.
Nothing good has happened here.
Right. 14 on insight.
So as you look at him, you see that these are out-of-towners. You see that these are all dressed in everything different than you've seen. The civilized clothing, they look like knights, which is not anything you see here. Everyone is most men are shirtless, or if they're wearing clothes, they're like fine robes and stuff like that.
Lightweight stuff.
Very lightweight. These guys are dressed in armor.
Okay.
Not your typical trick.
ready
Okay.
to fight. Yeah.
I say, okay, we just sent the guard away. Don't know how long he's gonna
He's
be.
gonna be very upset when he comes back. Take it, they're gone.
Well, let's free these other gladiators that are locked up and get them to come to follow us.
Yeah.
The more people we have, the higher chance that we're gonna make it through the town.
And as soon as you say that, Dad says, the more people we have, the more likely we are to be seen. But of course, if we have this thing coming
Yeah.
with us, he points at the Minotaur and he just nods his head again.
Yeah. At the very least, we could use them as a distraction.
And Odeon stops everyone for a second just by putting up his hand and says, "We can't just walk out of here. Okay, fine. We walk out, we have a few people, we kill a few people, but everyone is going to swarm us. Everyone. We have to have a plan. We can't just go running out in the streets. We'll be mowed down with arrows in a second."
What if we run really fast?
He looks over your arm and says, "Sir Knight, I don't believe even you could outrun arrows."
Okay, so what if I act like you guys are all our prisoners and we have to move you guys?
And Odeon looks at everyone else and says,
Because technically
How do you
we're
suppose
here
we do
to
that?
interrogate you guys.
"Did they tell you where you're interrogating us?"
At the dungeon, I think. Or, I don't know, I wasn't very specific on that.
Could claim to be moving us for quarantine.
That's true.
So, you know the one who deals with medical things, and that's Shadia.
Uh-huh.
And you know her pretty well from the other night where she scratched your arm and then licked your blood.
That's right.
So
This
she's
is
over
another
like the
guy.
medical
Oh,
area.
okay.
So, it is an option, but that's something you do know.
Okay. Okay.
You can absolutely do that, but I'm just saying, it's something to keep in mind. There's different sectors.
Oh,
of
'cause
the
we have-
city.
Someone who's dying still.
Yeah. You don't have a lot of health, but you did hear that he had something nearby that
Yeah.
he didn't go for.
Oh.
Remember, because he said he was going to go get some, like, armor or something that you could use as disguise.
Okay. So would that be? I guess maybe that would be here in the
That's
quarters.
what he said.
I want to search for it then.
Okay, as you walk down the hallway, there is an alcove.
Uh-huh.
You walked by it, but you were looking at the cages in particular. You do see right in this alcove there is this little station. In some foreign language, there's some like words on vials and things like that.
Uh-huh.
Looks crude, nothing too elaborate for gladiators, but you do see something. You don't recognize the words, but as you're kind of lifting up everything, I want you to roll investigation.
Something that looks like salve. That would be a 19.
Okay, so you have smelled this before. So you pick it up, and it's kind of like this jar, and you everything else looks like something you drink, and you pull this off, and you look at it, and it reeks. But there is a slight smell with that high of a number that you recognize as kind of a healing agent. You've had to down a few potions yourself in training, from over the top training.
Uh-huh.
It smells like something you recognize.
Okay. I am going to take it back and give it to Cry.
Because isn't he the only one that got majorly damaged? Alana got
Yeah.
bit. but-
I don't think I got hit.
No,
at
you didn't
all.
get hit. You stayed away.
Yeah.
He
I
went
did.
right in. He got the worst of it. Okay, so as you go back,
I
to
went in at the end
Yeah,
to slice it open. But
you did. That was an epic move. He got the finishing move on the thing. It was pretty epic.
Yeah.
You saw it. What am I telling you for? Anyway, so you go back there and just you're not sure what to do, but there's this weird wooden spoon type thing. You're not sure whether to feed it to him or rub it on him, but you start to just try on the outside
Yeah,
first
yeah.
because and Alana, before you even start, she's like, okay, let me. she's like I've seen this before. She's like, this is amazing stuff. She starts spreading out his skin, and you see you actually start to after wiping away a little bit of the thing, some of his skin kind of comes with it, and the moment she starts applying it, it just starts coming back together smooth and almost like a baby type smooth, not where it permanently changes him, but just renews him. Let me just clarify. He's not really baby skin. Anyway, so as she puts it on, you can see the instant relief on Cry, and he looks at it and just says, "This is something of miracles." She has to use, unfortunately, all of it,
Okay.
and he is totally renewed.
Awesome.
And you've never seen him so just okay. That was awesome. I wish we had that every day. They use it on extreme cases to keep slaves alive. Okay, now that that's been used up, and that took about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, there's no one coming back in, so he did his part of telling them not to, luckily.
Not to come in.
So can I suggest something?
Yeah, go ahead.
What if I run out on my own and I go cause a distraction somewhere else? And then
What kind of distraction? Odeon turns to you and says, I've been in the city for years. This is a very dangerous place. Outsiders are not treated well. What are you planning on doing in particular?
I guess we'll just have to find out.
He looks at you and says, I like you. Don't get killed.
All right. So with that, then I'll kind of run out the way I came.
And the prince, as soon as you're walking away, says,
So-
don't get yourself killed.
I just kind of nod.
Where are we meeting? You just gonna come back here?
Since you're walking away, right.
Yeah.
There is that. If things go bad, where are you planning on going?
And my informant kind of traced out some of the city for me.
Well, also, you've seen a bit of that.
Yeah. Let me look at this.
You can both look at it. I will post it later on my Instagram, which you can check out. I'll leave it in the description or the comments. I'm not sure if they have descriptions lives.
I'm assuming this is like a fountain or something.
That's a fountain, yeah. So these are the gates that you know of. The rest of the city is slums and kind of
Okay. And what is everything made out of?
most of it's stone.
Okay.
You see there's a lot of stone nearby. There's a lot of grass in the nicer areas. Not the type of grass you're used to, but just
And what about this building?
that is the military headquarters. It's not somewhere you typically want to go with a bunch of
Mhm.
escapees.
Yeah, but what is it made out of? Looks a
It's
little
kind of
different.
marble pillars on the inside, training grounds in the center. It's got a actual tiled roof, very Greek-like architecture. Ancient Greek. I should
And all these
mention.
are like plants.
Yeah, those are palm trees lining it, and those are fountains in the center.
Okay. And we're
You are right there.
all right.
You'll be walking out that door.
Oh, can I-
Mace's house.
I don't know. Can I do like maybe like a
Just mess it up. Just go through there with the Minotaur. Just take it out.
Can I do like a
That
past
would be
perception, or maybe if I saw anything on my way in,
Like,
specifically
into the place, or like
I mean, like
through the
as I
city?
was running through the city,
Um,
can I roll perception to see if I
I would say
noticed-
history. Because
History, if I can
as you
remember.
go through-
noticing any like
Topless
specifically
statue.
like guards and how many are around and stuff like that.
around the city, and
Like
which
on top
parts?
of buildings
from where you
possibly.
went.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And
You-
wait, where's the building? Oh,
So
it's
you
on,
ran,
it's on the other
you
side
ran
of town.
here, and this is where you've been. You actually came this way and walked up originally.
Okay.
So you've been to the center of town mostly, in the fountain.
Well, I don't want
Choices.
I don't
Very
want-
important choices.
everybody to just stay here and wait because it's like, what if I can't come back?
And they're going to be doing things while you're gone.
Exactly.
Who knows what they'll
They
do
can't-
while you're gone.
And you guys just can't just walk out unless we
and
start
then
fighting.
he gets captured. He's like,
Right.
"What? It can happen. Anything can happen.
Yeah.
I have prepared for at least 6 different outcomes. One of them being death, which hopefully that's not the case.
What if I tell you guys just to wait? You know, give me like an hour, and if I'm not back,
Yeah. You could recommend maybe taking out part of the temple. That would piss them off.
that's what I'm thinking. That's this building right here.
Yes, that is the temple.
That's what I'm thinking. Because he
Topple
was like, you can't go in there.
statue,
Like he was
or-
like really irritated about. I mean, not irritated, but
Set their religious text
That
on
was
fire.
that was certainly a cause of distraction. Oh.
set what on fire?
Their religious text.
So Odeon says, "If you go to the temple to burn it, might I please come with you?" He's like,
Definitely.
"I will tell you right now, I have magic, and oh, how I would love to get my revenge. I built part of that temple."
The only issue is that's kind of our escape route as well, unless we went around.
You can go around, yeah. It takes you past military
Except,
headquarters.
yeah,
but
we're gonna hit.
it's the
military
whole
headquarters.
Pippin thing, to speak of thing. The closer we are to danger, the further we are from harm.
Yeah.
Most people don't look what's right under their noses, but that's me speaking. I don't know what they will do, because if they roll high enough perception, I have to roll for them. Okay,
All right, so okay,
That's the
yeah.
plan?
How about me and this other guy sneak
so
out?
Odeon says he's going to go with him.
But does somebody have like a cloak he can take, cover himself up? Because he's a gladiator, right?
He's wearing like leather, like actually studded leather is what he was wearing.
And nobody around us has a cloak of any.
No,
The guard was supposed to.
Is there,
bring
like, an
back some stuff,
armory?
but-
In here, like where do the gladiators get their weapons?
they don't leave the weapons. The only one that has a weapon is that Minotaur, but he doesn't look like he's willing to give that up.
Well, maybe we should just try to fight our way out.
Well,
We could
you
do
did,
that,
and
right?
Odeon says, well, that is an option. We can always run out screaming, and hopefully we take a few of these bastards with us. But I think the best choice would be, like you said, to escort me out like you're going to go interrogate me.
But what if we stealthily ran? Like, what if we just took him out quietly as we went along?
It is close to evening. If we wait an hour, we'll have more cover of darkness. But if we wait an hour, we may have 4 or 5 more guards out front to deal with.
Okay. So maybe so we'll go do this at the temple, and we'll come back when it's dark, and that will cover us more when we try to go past some military headquarters to escape. Because I guess I should tell you
Okay.
guys we're gonna try to escape through the mines
Yeah.
at a house of what is it? Ominous.
Ammonius.
Ammonius.
That's a man you've been dealing with.
Because my informant is the one slave who's actually escaped this place.
I think setting the temple on fire will
Sweet justice.
give attention. Well, it'll take the attention of probably most of the guards as well as the officials.
All right.
It'd be so much easier to fly.
Odeon
under
says
radar.
the only thing is that we have to be quick. I know where to go as I have been escorted through these streets dozens of times. I've been in the arena only once to fight. Well, besides with these, I've been thrown in with the most dangerous situations with them. But I know the city pretty well, at least this sector. So let me lead you through these streets. I can probably get you through quite.
So what are we gonna
easily.
do about the two guards in front? We gonna
I want you to hit me. When we walk out there, I want you to hit me fairly hard to cause blood on the top of my head.
before we walk out? Or?
No, as we're walking out. That way, they see that you don't care about me. They love disrespect. They love violence with us. Treat
Right,
me
I
with
think-
violence, and they will believe you.
I think I can manage that.
He says, "Oh, I hope I can. If I go unconscious, just drag me." All right. So
So I mean, we should release. While we're gone, we should. You guys should release the other gladiators. You know, we can't just leave them.
right, And the princess, that's probably the best choice.
Okay, so yeah, so as we walk out, I'll sock him, on a roll something.
No, he's letting you do it.
I mean, I have like armor on, so like.
Yeah. You're gonna hit him pretty good. No, roll damage on him, so roll a d4.
Don't want to take this.
Nice.
3.
Okay, so 3 damage. All right, let's do that. All right, let's steal this. All right, so you cause 3 damage to Odeon. He goes tumbling forward, and the guards just go, whoa! You're the one that intimidated them, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
So they are a little bit more nervous around you. They see you just throw him out, and just his hands are bound, but he falls out of the place, and they say, okay, what are you doing with this one? I thought you were interrogating them.
Yeah, I'm taking him to the dungeon.
He says, I don't envy him. Well, we didn't get any orders to take them anywhere, but if that's what you were told to do, we believe you. I think it was you that did it.
All right, so yeah, I guess I'll kind of like push him along, the way to the dungeon, which I don't know where that is. I'm just like pushing him along the.
He starts leading.
Okay.
So he starts taking you along the streets, and you start moving quickly as you exit one of the main areas. He takes you past the fountain, and he takes you down an alleyway after he notices they've stopped looking. He snaps his binds. He didn't really put them on, but they're just like these weak little threads, essentially. Just an illusion to them. And let me get his full effect of what he is able to do. Odeon is a special character of mine. Alright, so he says, alright, let's get going. So he starts jogging through the streets, these back alleys. People kind of shout at you as you kind of jump over their laundry or, kind of make your way through. I want you to roll athletics as you are a heavied person.
12.
Okay, so you roll a 12. That's pretty decent. So you're staying up with him. You're not having too much of an issue. He does stop you a couple times as he hears guards coming. As they pass by, he leads you through. It takes you about 15 minutes to get all the way up to not quite the temple, but about half a block before the temple. You're peeking out, and you see Ammonius and his men go marching by towards the slave quarters, which is his typical routine. He goes in there, and it's in the back of the temple against the wall.
He just walked. Oh,
so let me show you. So right here, they've got this whole slave area, and these are the gates. And they build, they work in here and do all that. But these are all barred off.
These gates are the only thing that keeps them in.
Yeah, oh yeah, but they're thick gates with huge Goliath Goliath people in front of them. They're massive, massive men. Anyway, so they're guarding, and they also have magic and things like that. So
Okay.
you guys never had to deal with that because you never tried to escape. You would have. It would have been bad. All right. You see that they're busy, most of them, looking in as Ammonius walks by, and that's when Odeon starts to go. I want you to roll disadvantage on stealth as you are wearing full armor.
Disadvantage. My first one was a 2, so.
No, you're good. All right, so that moment you just start clunking out, and he rolled a 20 on stealth.
Who is this?
Odeon.
Okay.
So he's right behind him. He stops you and just says, maybe I should just go.
Okay.
You don't have to. That's what he says.
I mean, you go, and I guess we can just meet back at the arena.
Okay. You see him start kind of moving quietly through the bushes. It is now darker, quite a bit darker. The sun has set, but there's still light in the sky. He moves along the bushes. Anytime he sees someone kind of looking in his direction, he starts moving. You can see him move very strangely in the shadows. Like something is strange about him. You yourself know a little bit about shadow, but you see him kind of become one with the shadow as he's moving. Not like a rogue would, but the way he moves is unusual. But there's a brief moment that you've never seen before. He actually jumps from one shadow to another about 60 feet away. Well, sorry, 30 feet away.
If he could do that, how come he's still here?
I don't know. Well, there's wards inside the
Okay.
area that prevent people from using magic. He just used Misty Step teleport, so he just jumped 30 feet ahead and is on his way up the steps past the guards. He just jumped past them, and he starts moving his way up the steps, and it's a long way up. Like it's quite a few steps, but he's staying low to the ground, but it's up, so he knows that people are probably going to see him.
Mm-hmm.
You can see him looking around. He looks back at you, and he didn't say anything to you before he left, but you can do what you want at this point if you want to do something else. But he's going to go in and cause some kind of havoc inside there.
Okay. Well, I guess I better get back to the arena, but I did want to see one thing. What is slave crafting?
That is where most of the slaves work. It's actually open, so this is all barred, and there's a huge area where there's smithies, there's leather working, everything. Like
So that's where
alchemy.
the weapons would be.
They don't particularly keep them there. They
would
ship them
they
down
would
to
be
the
making
military
weapons.
headquarters, but they do make weapons there.
All right.
Everything's a risk in this city for sure. You've had it easy so far. Things have gone fairly well.
All right. So
Going
yeah.
on,
So I guess
but-
I'm gonna walk back, and I'm gonna stop like in this alley before I don't want these guards to see me, and I'm gonna wait until
okay.
until he causes
Half an
commotion.
hour passes, and you hear horns blowing, and oh my gosh, this is the third 20 I've rolled. Okay, so Odeon comes back like a shadow himself, and he's actually like singed, and he reeks of smoke and leather, like burnt leather, and he says, "That got out of hand quick. We need to go." And
Alright,
you
so
see
yeah,
just like
so
this like wicked grin on his face, like yes.
So then, what do these two guards do with all this commotion? going on?
They hear it, and one of them runs off,
Okay.
and you see a couple more guards running through the streets, and people clamoring, people saying, coming out of their homes, and they're looking over, just like, what are the horns about? Horns don't blow in the city. You've been here a long time, and you start hearing these horns, and you know that something has happened. Either A, they got caught or are doing something, or B, they blew up something. All right, so you're waiting for him. He got there, and
Okay, so yeah, I guess
one guard is still
I'll
standing
kind of
there.
like act like I'm bringing
Since
him
they've been
back.
gone, I apologize. Since they've been gone, he hasn't come back yet.
Okay. All right.
Is he supposed to come back?
Yeah. Yeah. And he was going to, so maybe he got caught or something.
I had to make rolls. I'm not telling you what happened.
So, can I find? Well, I want to look for like keys or weaknesses in the either keys, and if I can't find keys, I want to find some sort of weaknesses in the cells.
Okay.
To break people out.
All right. So one of the prisoners looks out and sees you all standing there, and you guys aren't making any effort to be quiet. You're all talking amongst yourselves. We need to find a way out. We need to find keys or whatever. And someone said, "I couldn't help over here. You said you were going to let us out. There are no keys because I took them. I rolled a while ago."
Nice.
It's just the reason why the guard isn't coming back is probably because he can't find a way in.
Oh man.
It's just the good news is that I hear those horns. Do you hear those horns? That means that I heard. By the way, you're not being quiet at all. They've succeeded. So yes, we would be delighted to help you out. And the lizard folk man actually like looks out a little bit, and you see his head kind of poke out, and says, "Take me with you."
Yeah, let's open them. Let's start opening up all the cells.
he throws them out to you, and you start unlatching
Yeah.
them. And that was lucky on his part too. That was an 18 roll for him.
Nice.
These dice are going to be good for NPCs, not good for monsters. So not loaded, just deadly. Okay, you finish doing that, and you.
Yeah, so I'm gonna
are doing
like
what?
I'm so bad with names, so I'm always gonna ask. what they are. Odeon. I guess I'm gonna like have him walk in front of me with his arms behind his back, like
Okay.
he's tied up. It,
But
We're gonna-
before he does, he says, "I need you to hit me again in the face and make it hurt." They're not gonna believe that you just hit me once to interrogate me.
it's okay.
One guard.
Well,
So you don't do it? Okay.
We'll be. I don't want to hurt you if we get in a fight. I need you to be.
That's fair. He says, "Well, okay, we might. You better be good at talking," and he is good at talking, but I don't think they're gonna listen to him.
And there's only one guy there.
Yeah.
There are two of us.
That's true.
Okay, so
This could
yeah,
get
we'll
really
walk up to
crazy real
him
fast.
and does he say anything to us as we walk?
As you
up?
walk by, he says, "Quick, get in here, quick! Something's going on in the city.
Oh, that was easy.
What's happening?" I'm
Just
gonna
talk
play
it up
fair.
like it was gonna be
Really?
the hardest thing.
Dude, you don't know. I already have everything planned.
It's like, okay.
Depending-
Get
I
in
told
here,
you.
get in here.
I have like nothing better to do with my time and my free time. It is all, yeah. So I've got a plan.
No, we're
He was
good.
gonna do that. So as soon as he hears the sound, he's freaking out. One of his guys leads back. He doesn't want to deal with whatever you're doing. He just like, get him back in the cell. Sure, cell seems like a good idea. So he lets you in, and you come walking back in. And as soon as you hear doors moving, you're all just like,
Right.
just letting everyone out. Like, okay, get ready, guys. This is it.
Real quick, so
Fry's like getting ready with some kind of bolt or something.
So when I walk in, I see all of them, and I turn back, and I kind of tap the guard on his shoulder and say, I need your help back here. There's a problem."
Okay, I need your roll persuasion.
16 plus 5. Come on, what is that?
Sorry, you rolled a 13, so
So I win.
yes, you do. Anyway, so he says, "Well, I'm not supposed to leave my post, but fine, quick. What do you need?" And he takes a couple steps in and passive perception. He sees all these people standing in front of him.
Get him!
You are right next to him.
I just kind of push him towards
Because you grab him. All right, I need you to make a
strength.
like kind of like an
I mean,
attack.
like,
You're
is this-
pushing him, so use your strength roll against him.
So I mean, what do you add to that? Just my strength
Just your
modifier.
strength modifier. Yeah, you're.
But am I proficient at throwing people? I don't know. I don't know.
What happens is that all you're doing,
It's
you're
not a
trying
saving throw.
You're not
is
trying
it?
to damage him. You're trying to push him.
Yeah.
So basically, it's like an attack roll. Do you successfully push him?
Is that a saving
You
throw?
could, you could probably call it like a grapple or something.
I'm gonna say
right?
it's like an AC. You just have to beat his AC.
Okay. I was gonna roll. You tell me if I win. 17 plus 2, so 17.
So he just rolled an 8 plus 2. So he's a little caught off guard. Not like a sneak attack, but because he saw what was happening and he kind of jumps. And as soon as he was about to speak, you grab him and just push him down the stairs. And he rolls, taking 3 damage. He gets to the bottom and kind of stands up and starts going for the kopesh on his side, which is a curved blade. He pulls it out and he's just about to swing it when our good friend Moose walks up.
I had a feeling you were gonna have moose these.
Yeah.
Okay, 13 plus 6. Just boom! And then he takes 5, 6, 7 damage. It doesn't knock him out, but it sends him reeling back. He's against the wall and roll initiative, technically.
I'm going to attempt to wrest his weapon from him.
Okay, so make a grapple on him.
Would that be strength?
That would be strength. Beat that.
12.
You win. 5 plus 2. So he gets clobbered with the tree, and you grab him. So you just he takes his sword up and he's going to swing. You grab his sword and sword arm and pin it against the wall, and the rest of them run up and pin him.
Shake it free.
Initiative's over, even if you started.
Right.
It's just he
Right.
can't move
At
with 5 or 6 people
at this-
and a minotaur.
At this point, we say, look, either you join us or you're going to die. Flat out, 100%.
He says, "I'll never join you."
I didn't say you're going to die from us.
And then for that moment, roll intimidation.
16 plus 2, 18.
He says, "You spare my life, and I'm dead, but I'm not going to help you escape."
We could always just
knock
lock
me
him.
out.
We could always just lock him up in one
Make
of the
me
cells.
make me injured. I know better.
Knock him out and throw him in the cell.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because if you just leave him, he's
Yeah.
We'll take the keys.
It's like they'll just kill me. But if you injure me, make it look really bad, they probably won't kill me. Probably.
I'm gonna take the hilt.
These people
of the
aren't.
sword.
Not all of them are evil,
Yeah.
but they're all not like they don't just want to die.
Right.
Like that's a common misconception with games and things. People want to live.
yeah.
You know, so like he realizes he's severely outnumbered, and he's gonna get killed. So
Yeah.
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 Minotaur doesn't want to. The Minotaur, he's just holding the tree, just like you can see it clenching, just like wanting
Yeah.
to just smash him in. But
So I'm gonna take the hilt of the weapon and just
okay,
bash him in the head.
I'm gonna say roll advantage since
Okay.
he's practically pinned.
I want a hero like a Constitution check to see if it
19.
If it keeps him up, yeah,
if he gets knocked out.
that's right.
19 plus whatever.
Well, he rolled a 14 plus his Constitution, which is a 3 because he's got a lot of health. You knock him out. Barely. It was a painful one. He's not going to wake up well.
Yeah.
'Cause knocking someone out, by the way, isn't like, I'll just wake up fine. It's bad. You know? It's like a mini coma.
I guess we could have choked him out.
He's out.
It would have been less painful than
Yeah,
punching him in the
he
head.
might have brain damage, but he's
Slight
done.
concussion.
So he may not be at long, but
But we
he's
locked
gonna
him
be out.
up.
Yeah, so you throw him into the cell, and the lizard says, "Can I eat that one?"
uh,
Well, you're coming with us, aren't you?
why? Why?
You don't know this about lizard folk. And he doesn't say anything to you. You just see him looking down at it.
There's no
With the body.
time. There's no time.
If you want to stay here while all this is going on, go for it.
And you just see him contemplating it, and then he shakes his head. So, okay. Options. He does have some armor and does have that Kopesh, which you're holding.
Yeah.
The two other soldiers that are with him are
Uh-huh.
armed. They have their weapons.
Yeah. Well, I want to take the Kopesh. Is the armor that he's wearing better than what I'm currently wearing? Because I have the leather stuff.
It's not better, but it's cleaner and nicer. It is guard armor. It is
Yeah.
recognizable as guard armor, as it has like kind of purple
Uh-huh.
like draperies to it, like
Has
little
the colors.
colors. It does have like a cloak that's been like clasped to it.
Uh-huh.
Not like cloak, but like half cloak. It comes down to like right here.
Mm.
So
So I guess as quickly as possible, I will.
he's relatively your size, so you put on his
Yeah.
garb.
Yeah.
That would make sense. As you drop your leather to the ground, you see it's kind of weak. It's a good thing you did. Doesn't change your AC. It just is finer condition. All right. He does also have a helmet.
Which
You don't need to wear it, but you
I
have
would
it.
wear it since I'm recognizable.
Okay, right. And you have the black hair, and everyone knows you as the one that does terrible things. All right, so you, I mean, not everyone knows that.
I eat
The
the
ones-
souls of the children.
Yeah, they fear you. They like your brother. They're a little worried about you. Cry, he doesn't take any weapons or armor because he has weapons and armor. Monks.
Yeah, right.
He has just a higher AC for an arm. So he doesn't take anything, but he says, well, we need to get going. I don't know how long it's going to take.
All right, let's go. It's not the way we came.
So
Uh-huh.
did you scout out where we should go?
Yeah, we're just gonna go like past the military headquarters. I guess we could go
So
through the fountain.
these are ramp areas that go up. So I mean it inclines here. So this is further down, and this goes up. Does that make sense? So the fountain's
So it's
down. So this is
it's on the
water
side.
going down, and it's a waterfall. And
Oh,
here's
yeah,
here's
I
this.
see
So
that
this
now.
goes up on both sides.
Elevation, it's higher.
Yeah, it's hard to do on an overhead map.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, you have to draw all those weird lines.
what was I gonna say? I was gonna post this to Instagram. It is on Instagram. Just go check it out. Natural One Official. You'll see it. I hate posting things, and with video it's harder to do, especially when it's live.
Yeah.
so I'm not gonna go hold the map up to you to see it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, let's just start going, I guess.
Let's do it. Should we fake tie up everybody?
I think at this point, I think
we're
it's
beyond
dark.
that.
Yeah.
Audience is.
It's dark now, right?
If we come across a guard, we kill him quickly and move. Take his stuff, keep moving.
Okay.
We need to be armed and we need to keep moving.
Alright.
The city, I didn't think we'd get this far. He said, I have some hope. Not a lot, but some hope. You said there's a mine?
Yep, it's
That mine's been closed for some time.
Yep, but he I keep forgetting.
Ammonius.
Built a house on top of it. Well, I'm sure we could get in through
That
there.
pretentious.
Let's all go kill Ammonius if he's still there.
Well, that would be satisfying. Okay.
Yeah, let's
Let's
go.
do this.
Are we,
Okay.
so like,
I'm actually really worried. Like,
We're
as a
gonna
GM,
wanna-
like I have to be. I'm not gonna just let you guys escape. This is I made this city hard for a reason.
are we gonna want to run up the ramp? Like, is it elevated over here?
You do what you want.
So
Perception as you go.
that's gonna put us like in maybe
Where
like,
the chaos is.
Yeah. So I don't really want to go that way. And I'm sure that there's gonna be guys running in and out of there, but they're gonna be panicking. All right, let's just go. So
Everyone's
do we-
running every which way. It's
so
probably
you
good.
agree
Yeah.
we should like just kind of run like this way and go
Past the
around?
military headquarters.
Whatever gets us there.
Yeah.
All right,
You,
so we
you
head
lead the
start
way.
heading
You
that
were.
way.
I'm
You
sure
were
military might already be involved in the temple, hopefully.
true.
So
So yeah, so like I guess we like run up to here and I kind of
Let's
stop.
trash the place.
So I run up to
set
like
everything
here.
on fire as we go.
Yeah.
That would be great. What happened
If
to John?
only-
It burned down.
Well, everything is like made out of stone because I was gonna catch a fire somewhere, but I was like,
Thatched roofs and
Unfortunately,
stuff.
there are thatched roofs. They are all like hay, and there's
okay, that would have
wood.
been good. Then.
There's wood inside of them, but everything's kind of made out of like a mud brick or
Like
a
Adobe
stone.
or something.
Kind of like Adobe. Think of Aztec like, but more Egyptian with some Greek. It's a very mixed type area.
Okay. Sandstone,
right.
sort of.
Yeah. Imagine a normal.
Just not quite as brittle as sandstone.
No, and it's not like the northern cities where everything is made out of wood.
Yeah.
Like almost everything is made out of wood and stone.
Yeah.
Here, just mostly stone. Where are you gonna get wood from?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
There's palm trees, but that doesn't make great houses. All right. So.
Yeah, so like when we get
as you
here,
emerge from
kind
the
of like stealthily like look and see. Like,
yeah,
if there's
we're
any-
not quite there yet.
Oh,
anyway.
okay.
So you open the door. There are quite a few people just looking in the direction as smoke is billowing
How many
from the temple.
slaves are accompanying us, by the way?
Let's see. Between all of you, I have here. Let's see.
Because we could totally,
Two,
like,
three, four,
bury
five,
ourselves
six,
in
small
seven.
army. Here.
So 7
You guys are
plus the
gladiators.
4 gladiators that were well enough to come with you.
You mean we left some behind?
Well, there's the one that was like totally destroyed,
Oh, okay.
and one of them was just sitting in there, not looking at anybody. So he's
Cal.
Probably got hit in the head.
who knows?
Too many times.
He's probably not all there. Just thrown into the arena to kill, and that's it. He might still leave because you unlocked it, and you don't know what kind of mayhem or murder he'll cause. But probably just move on. Anyway, you look out the door, and then you have quite a band with you. It's a weird group, but it is a group, and the only problem you can foresee as you start moving, are everyone starts looking. Everyone's looking at the temple now, rushed, speaking to each other. Everyone is speaking in their language, and it's primordial is their language. It's because this is an ancient city that's never been taken over, really, since well before anyone's time in the north, really. And they still you have the same language, so it's kind of hard to understand. But you've picked up things. You can hear the word fire. You can hear the word gods, anger, things like that. But you can't quite make out. But the tones of the people you can really understand is something along the lines of questioning, worried. Are we all going to die? Is the temple on fire because it's an omen? You know what I mean? It's more of a they're worried about themselves, like some kind of omen. They're very religious people. Okay, so you are moving, but some of the people are starting to notice you guys because you're not exactly a normal group of people to walk through the city. one man in
Crowd that size
particular.
couldn't really be
One
stopped.
man in particular looks over as a minotaur passes him that's like towering over him, and he turns to his friend and he recognizes the minotaur as most of these people have been to the arena or at least have seen some of the gladiators, and starts speaking to him. You notice, and Odeon says, "We have to move faster." So where do you want to go?
You know, I just want to go kind of, you know, as stealthy as we can.
Okay, so everyone roll stealth as well as you can. I will roll for all the NPCs.
Yeah.
I got really bad, and I also get disadvantage.
24.
So I got
Okay.
like 6.
5 of these were above 15. So we're doing a group average. So as a group, you are stealthy.
Okay.
So that's a good thing about group averages. I was reading about it.
Yeah.
It's a good thing. And
Yeah.
I like to apply it in this
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah.
So group average, we're doing okay. Not great. Some people are knocking into things, making
We're
a
not
lot of
exactly
noise.
screaming.
And it's not like you're all sneaking like this. Let me be clear. Sneaking doesn't mean...
Tiptoeing through the streets.
Right. It means
Skyrim, just, like,
blending
crouch
in.
down.
Yeah, that's not how it works with the icing you're detected. You're trying to blend in, like, oh no, the thing, and let's go over here. You know what I mean? You're trying to act like this is your city,
Yeah.
and you're blending in pretty well. This is a multicultural city, mostly human, but there are a lot of different people here: elves, tieflings, dwarves, halflings, but mostly human. So when they see a minotaur, he's really making you guys stand out quite a bit.
Yeah.
But you're doing well enough, and you make it to the fountain area. You see it ahead of you. It's massive. It is quite large. You see in the center there's a god with not a pitchfork. It's kind of like a spear, but has like 2 prongs, and he's standing in between 2 giant like serpent body. There's no head or tail, but you can see the top of like these 2 cresting snake bodies coming through, like it's weaving through the water like this, but it's not. It's just the arc of both bodies on either side of him. You can't make out who this person is, what god this was supposed to be. Baxter. That's the name of the dog. I'm not just randomly saying Baxter. He's like, pizza?
Quick break.
Yeah. We're going to take a quick break. So, since there's not really anyone on at the moment, let's talk about your character. Let's talk backstory. Cameron.
Well, yeah, I guess we should mention about the.
What are these knights? What are they doing here?
Well, we're saving the slaves and the gladiators.
Yeah, you can talk a little bit more because it won't spoil it for them since he's
Right.
not here.
Yeah. So just like the church in Jebur is a pretty holy church and good and against slavery and all that. And it kind of views this city as kind of like a city of sin, like even ominous. Is that how you say it?
Like a threat type thing.
Yeah, even he said it was a city of sin. So
Oh
like,
yeah, he knows what they do, but he knows what you think about them.
Yeah. So yeah, so we're kind of here just to like free the slaves, pretty much before we invade it.
Right. So their end goal is to destroy, or
Not
not
destroy.
so much destroy, but like take over
it
and
over.
stop. The city is known. This whole kingdom is known for its slavery, its cruel, barbaric ways. As it has not progressed in time, they still have very, very old beliefs. Now, the rest of the world probably had these beliefs at one point, but everyone else has evolved except for them. Hasn't been taken over. Quite a few people have tried to invade over the years, and so it's never happened. So they are in the city looking to find its weak points, find some heroes that they can bring with them back, maybe just while they're here, do a little reconnaissance. Unfortunately, they were caught right at the beginning. They weren't put in jail or killed or anything, but it kind of made matters a little bit difficult, so it put them in the situation that they're in right now.
Which pretty much means that they have spies back in Jebur, so...
Yeah, if they know about your gods and your way of living,
Yeah.
it's pretty safe to say that there's at least one or two. you feel better now. Hey, I used to watch this dog that would not go to the bathroom at all. It would just sit out there forever and just stare at the cars and listen to the air. I'm just like, just go. All right, are we ready to continue?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah.
You need a break?
I'm good.
All right, back at it again. All right, so you are moving up to the fountain, and that's what you noticed.
Serpentbacks.
Serpentbacks.
Like live.
Oh no, it's not living, but like it
stone.
looks very lifelike, but it's not living.
Okay.
That would be very
That would be
dangerous.
bad.
I was like-
It's a serpent in the middle of town. All right, everybody, let's go feed the serpent. It's like duck feeding. You know?
And this guy that we saw looked like you said that we saw like a soldier-looking guy.
No, he just said
Statue.
The
statue.
statue is
Oh.
holding like
Yeah.
a two-pronged like
Okay.
spear.
So I guess should I roll like a perception? See
Yeah.
what's going on around here?
around the table. Yeah.
5.
Yeah, I would do the same.
I think everyone would. No one is rolling well. Oh my gosh.
9.
3 4s, 1, 2, 14.
Well, let's get the bad rolls
Yeah,
out of the
9.
way.
Yeah. Right now, perception. Not that you want to do poorly when you're sneaking through a city full of enemies. Who got the highest?
14, you said?
Yeah. Okay, so that was actually Alana. She is.
This was our half-elf, right?
She's the half elf knight. I would say knight. She was a knight, but she still has that ability. Anyway, so she stops everyone and says, "There's guards coming right over there. We need to blend in."
Where is she?
So everyone re-roll stealth.
I'm in guard armor. Well, I rolled an
I should have.
Yeah, that's leather.
I knew what we were
That's
doing. I
fine.
should have prepared more like a lighter armor.
15,
Yeah.
18,
Fumble?
15.
Not
10.
even gonna roll disadvantage.
The lowest one. The lowest one I rolled was 10. The rest were 15.
It's still a team effort, right?
Yeah, it is. No, it's good. It's good. I'm not even kidding. It's great to have.
Even with the fumble.
Yeah.
Okay.
It lowers the average significantly, but it doesn't lower with 15s.
It's alright, I had a natural 20. I'll make up for you.
All right.
Yeah.
perfect.
Okay. 20, 3 15s, a 12. Yeah, we're good. We're okay. You just like tripped like completely, fell on your face, and someone just was like sitting next to you, just like it was on purpose. We're doing this. They pass by. Someone sees you fall. They look over, and the Minotaur is like crouched down by some carts, and just its horns are sticking up, and they look kind of like poles from where the guy's running, so he doesn't quite see. Something looks odd, but they're called to go up there. So they were like the late guys that were getting dressed in the armor that weren't dressed and went running up. And so you see some more run past, and
Well, I mean,
Good
should we
job.
go? I mentioned to the group, should we go raid the military headquarters? I mean, they might not be in there. We get some weapons. I mean,
Might not be a
how
bad
many of
idea.
us need
okay.
weapons?
So I'm not saying no. I'm just explaining what you know
Uh-huh.
about. So you remember that is it Hakor? What does that say right there? Ammon.
Ammon.
Okay, so Ammon.
Oh, the general.
Do you remember him from the? He's part of the.
He's one of the was there 6 of them?
There are.
He's one of the 6.
I think there's 5 of them.
Oh.
It's on your. I wrote it down on your next sheet over.
Oh,
I
okay.
think there were 5.
I tried to write a bunch of their names
I
down.
rewrote them.
Hakor?
Ammon.
Ammon. Okay.
He's a
okay.
general.
Oh,
So,
okay.
so he's in the military headquarters. He may not be there now, but if everyone's gone, you may be able to gather some information on him or
Okay.
destroy stuff, make him angry. I don't know. Get armor, get weapons. There may be guards in there, but you do know that's where he has headquarters.
Do we need weapons right now? Like only you're the only gladiator with a weapon, right?
Yeah. That and Moose.
And move. we might
Good old
only need
Moose.
Moose to have.
He's actually 4 O's, an SE, and then 3 exclamation points. That's what his name is.
Moose.
Yeah. I was like, okay.
Or Moose.
He's actually like one of my favorite when I had to do that song. All right, so
I'm gonna ask all the gladiators. Has anybody ever been in the military headquarters?
and the lizard folk man steps up, and you don't know much about them unless you roll history. That they don't really use. They view humans as lesser and food.
Okay.
He says he's been whipped there. I've been beaten there a few times.
All right. Did you notice if there is an armory of some sort.
Oh
somewhere.
yes, there's an armory.
If you could tell me
Beautiful.
where it is from the outside.
It was blindfolded and beaten, and I don't quite remember everything, but I think I can find it.
What if Moose busted open a hole in one of the walls and we just went in from that way?
Moose says, "I'm fairly strong. I can't break through that.
I mean, you said it was like.
It's not thin walls."
I mean, you could try.
Well, persuasion. You're asking him to bust through stone. It's not like a cartoon.
Okay, I got 5.
He just looks at you and says,
I
"Why don't you try
misunderstood.
running through
Yeah.
it?"
I mean,
You see him trying to contain himself, just like angry. Just has to run to
So
brick wall.
you said I think the general might be there.
No, you don't know if he's there or not.
Oh, okay.
But you know he has headquarters. He would have to.
He has
as a
place
general.
there. So he probably has like a bed there and like sleeps there and stuff too.
Probably.
At least a cot.
They at least have an office. It's headquarters.
Yeah. So I would just mention that as a precaution, and that I know the leaders of this city are not human.
not human.
From the small glimpses that they have slipped, I've noticed that they are not entirely human.
And Odeon says, "Yes, I have some theories on what they might be, and not pretty. If they are what we think they are."
All right, so I'm guessing maybe we should just be on our way then. What do you,
Yeah, it might not be worth risking an encounter
Yeah.
with the general.
I mean, if we don't have weapons now, so
Rush him!
Right? I mean, there's enough of us. We might. be
You
able
might.
to-
I'm not saying if he was there by himself, you probably could take him.
I mean, we have Moose.
You do have
He
moves.
can't break stone, but
He is a battering ram for sure. Quick decisions. You are
Yeah.
on.
I don't know. Probably better to continue on. We're trying to get out of here quick.
all right, yeah.
We don't know if Ammonius is there, but if he's not, we can get out.
Now, what is
without an
this?
issue.
Is this a tent? I mean, it looks like a tent to me. but
That's actually shrine.
it's a shrine.
It's pillars. It's multi-layered. On the inside, there's a giant statue. It's just multi-layered and covered for weather.
And are these tents?
Those are tents. Market area. In front of the tent, also I might mention, between the headquarters, there also are stalls that have been set up that are currently being taken down. Vendors. There are set vendors and set buildings, but most of the people will sell on the streets.
And that's the gate right there.
That is a gate.
Oh, I see.
And they have 2 guardhouses next to it.
Okay. Oh, that one doesn't.
That one does. It's a very large guardhouse.
Oh, okay. I see now. All right, so onward.
Okay, so you make your way up. Are you headed up between the fountain area,
Yeah,
or are
like
you
this-
going up here by the
I don't
temple?
know,
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're heading up by the temple, and fair. Okay, there are 2 guards, and one of them spots you running through the streets and says, "Hey, what you doing there?"
To me.
Well, I have guard armor on,
Talk to him
so
quick.
I'm going to.
He's
run-
looking at you and kind of stepping
I'm going to
forward.
run a
and he's
deception.
telling the other one to walk forward.
I'm going to run a deception and tell him that the temple on fire was a distraction. There are people attempting to break up prisoners. We're moving the.
a little close to the cuff there. Right.
We're moving these prisoners so as to not have them
Roll,
broken free.
roll deception.
That would be 13.
Oh no. Okay. So he turns to the other guard, says something in primordial, and he reaches for a horn. Roll initiative.
Yeah, I'm going to attack.
I assume you're going to attack.
Yeah. Stop the horn.
You are right here by the tents and by this area.
Perfect.
11.
We're almost there. 16.
You guys have dodged some pretty big ones. I'm not going to say what, because that wouldn't be fun, but I'll just say you guys are doing pretty good so far. So who rolled
I got
highest?
16.
Mm-hmm.
16.
So can
I'm gonna say everyone goes after you, but leading with Odeon.
okay.
And it goes in succession, but they are after Odeon. So, who rolled the highest out of you two? Okay, make your
So-
move.
Oh, okay. So I guess I see since he's about to alarm the others, maybe I'll try tackling him.
Okay, go for it. Grapple.
Uh, 4.
Gordon's D20 does not roll well. Here, use that one.
Well, okay, so he rolled a 12. He sees you running at him. He stops going for the horn and then just pushes you away from him, and then he draws his sword.
Is it grapple in action?
It's an action.
Oops.
Okay, you take a move and
It's
you
my
miss him. So he doesn't like push you aside. He's not grappled. You're like grabbing onto him because you're not like stupid. You know, you're grabbing at him. He's
So I'm standing by
He's
him now.
resisting it.
Okay. So
He's
he
busy.
He can't really run away from me now, without giving me opportunity to attack.
No one else knows that but you.
Okay.
I am going to. Well, he's.
You
got
ran
this-
past the other guy, by the way.
He's-
Not like past him, but like he's like about 2 feet back from him. But you just like moved him out of the way and just tried to grab him because he was the one that was going for
I
that.
see that he's got this guy distracted. He's not really going to have an opportunity to blow his horn anymore. I'm going to go after the other guy. Did you say there's 3 of them?
There's 2 currently.
There's 2 of them. I'm going to go after the other one.
You are in the middle of the streets, but yeah, that's what's going on.
I'm going to draw my sword and attack the other guy.
Your curved blade. These things are sweet.
Yeah.
Go for it.
It's not a sword, but ooh, that's not good.
You are proficient in this, as it is
that's a 9.
a long blade.
Yeah, so I guess that's just a 9. Do I add anything else to it besides my proficiency
Would you roll total?
for my attack? I rolled a
What's-
6 on my
what's-
20.
Oh, 6. No, that's not a hit. So as soon as you're coming in at him, he takes his spear and he bats it away. Odeon's turn. He does not have a weapon, but he does have other things that are worse.
Bum, bum, bum.
All right, so that's not a surprise. That would be loud. No, he's not doing that. He instead decides to. He starts whispering to himself and then just goes like this. He holds person. So he grabs the guy that was about to hit you back, and he is trying to grapple him mentally and like hold him. And he fails the saving throw with a 1.
Oh.
Okay, so he's stuck. He's not going anywhere. He's paralyzed. Good for him, because the other guy, it's his turn and you're grappling him. He is taking out his weapon. He takes a swing at you. Let me roll it up here, because that's 3.
I'm not sure.
Does a 6 beat you?
You mean as like my AC?
Yeah.
Oh no, dude, you're gonna have to roll really high to beat.
I know that. I'm just kidding. You're wearing splint armor. You're not
Yeah.
gonna get hit by
And I have
anything
a
other than like an
shield,
18
yeah.
or 19. All right. So, okay. Well, their turns up. It is the rest of the prisoners who don't have weapons except Moose. So Moose makes a swing and misses. Just this huge tree just whoom, misses.
Takes out one of the
Trying to-
tents.
Yeah, just like takes out a tent. Just everything tumbles. People actually are starting
Smashes
to
the
get
tent pole.
upset. The other guys, 9, 5, 9, 18. Okay, so the lizard runs up and just takes a chunk out of the guy's neck.
Oh gosh.
Nice.
We sure
That's
we want to bring
appropriate.
this guy with us?
Right?
He ripped his throat for 6. He's bleeding. I'm gonna say he's bleeding.
Which one? The one that I'm fighting, or the
No, the
one
one
that
that's the one that he was holding. Like, so he just ran up to
The
that
one
guy.
that Odeon was
Oh.
holding.
Yeah,
okay.
he just because he's holding still, and so he's just like he's hungry. I think.
Mm.
All right, back to your turn.
Oh, okay, cool.
Everyone missed. Did you
Yeah,
see all those
yeah,
rolls?
uh-huh.
There were like 5s.
Uh-huh.
There was like 2 6s and a
we
bunch of 5s.
get pure 20s until the fight.
Yeah, everyone is like, well, let's face it, they're all like starved, beaten.
Yeah,
I mean, they're not like elite warriors
Uncoordinated.
until they have a meal and some armor and some weapons.
Yeah.
All right.
All they'd be able to do is punch him anyways.
I mean,
yeah.
the tree branch. When it hits,
Yeah.
it's gonna do some damage. You've seen it do damage to walls, and
broke us out of our cell.
that was not gonna happen, but it just did.
Okay, so I'm just gonna make an attack.
Okay.
My weapon. So I'll pull out my. This is a nice dice.
Right? I love that.
I'll pull out my longsword and
Okay.
also my shield, so I'll both of them out.
Oh, your AC is still up. That's the thing about shields. You
5.
put them away.
Really?
5?
That.
All right, so
Yeah.
you're battling
I'm
this
sure
guy.
he has.
No. He's no. So you bring out your sword after trying to grapple him, and
Right.
you bring it out like this.
I
So
probably
you have your
basically-
shield, and you try to swipe across it, and it does. It hits his armor, but it goes right up, and it doesn't do anything.
Scored it.
He kind of smiles at you, and he's about to attack when it's your turn.
Well, I see the lizard's handling the other guy, so I'm gonna try to save him with an attack. And I'm gonna focus in with some planar energy, and that's a miss.
Oh, this is going great. With the guy that he was attacking.
Yeah.
Okay, so you run up and take a swing at him, and he, just as he slices up him, he sees you running forward, and he just sidesteps a little bit, and then it hits your blade away.
A
It is
fighter.
now Odeon's turn. Yeah, he's doing actually a pretty good job. All right, Odeon rolls a 10 on his just like normal like grappling attack, and he rolled a 4. So the guy that you guys are fighting, he just runs from behind and just grabs around the waist and kind of brings him to the ground, and it's gonna get ugly now. All right, let's see how many. Okay, your guys have swords, so actually the prince has a warhammer, so he comes in with an 18. Okay, we'll do that. All right. Okay. And then Moose comes and he's gone. I'm not going to describe it. It's like Gallagher with the watermelon and the hammer. Okay, he's done. The one that you guys were fighting is taken out. Almost kills Odeon in the process because he's tackled him. The other guy is being currently bit by the lizard, and he gets his other clamp down attack, and he doesn't get him off. He just gets off. There's no way. Actually, that would be advantage. He's held. He still misses. He missed by. He just gives up.
Already latched.
Yeah, he just gives up. He just he steps off for a second.
The other guy shoves him off.
This guy's been eating onions.
Okay, and then Alana comes up with a rock she's picked up and just bashes him in the head. He's done. Okay, initiative over. You now notice around you, passive perception, there's a crowd of people that are all just staring at you guys, just demolishing everyone, these 2 guards. So...
I'm going to grab their weapons and disperse them to people who don't have them.
Okay.
Just so that we have more weapons in the party.
Odeon takes one.
Yeah.
Alana takes the other.
Okay.
Okay, and then a woman screams and goes, something, but you understand as guards. Guards.
I'm going to intimidate her into silence.
Okay. And then tell me how.
Be quiet.
Remember, this is PG-13.
Well, I'm brandishing my blade and I'm giving her the stare.
It's okay, everybody.
Right. Because she's screaming, right? So, let's see, that would be 12. Nice.
All right, she rolled a 2. She
Which
quiets
makes
herself.
sense.
Her presumably son or husband, probably son. He looks much younger. Comes up and puts his hand on her mouth, and then he nods to you like quietly.
Yeah.
You can see he's a noble, but he's just like, just go. You know?
Right. Like,
And
I don't want to kill you, but if you don't shut up.
audience says, "Let's move."
Yeah.
And now, more people have weapons. This is good. You can't like disrobe their armor and arm people as your weapons. You can
Plus,
do.
we were damaging their armor,
Yeah,
so,
so-
if we want it.
We have a few more curved blades with us, but all right, we're moving, heading up this
Pretty much
route
a straight path.
or this route.
Personally, I would like to go this way because I mean, there's a guard post right there.
Okay, so as you're running, you do notice that the passive perception. There are quite a few guards standing outside the guard post, and the gate is now in a semicircle of heavily armored tower shield guards. They don't know what's going on. Horn was blown. They gathered their stuff, and it looks like they are posted and ready. Yeah, they don't let people just walk right out the gate. They're not sure if it's a slave thing or something else. But things don't blow up or catch fire here too often. Okay, you make your way up to the left. The big building you're passing.
This one?
Yeah, the one right here.
Okay.
You see that it was very ornate and beautiful, so definitely some noble houses all mashed together. Maybe 3 or 4 different noble houses. It looks like you can go inside as you're passing. Very large doors. You see both sides have like houses within the giant building. That makes sense. Very interesting architecture, but you pass by. You can either go through it, you see that there's another side, or you can go to the left.
What do you mean to the left?
Meaning you can go around, or you can go straight through.
What do you think?
Do I know that this is
You
the
see
layout?
it. You see
I
it.
see it.
You are all passing. It's a very
So either
big.
way, it's gonna get us. Where
You
we need
can
to
you
be.
can go through, or you can go around. There are 2 different things that can happen here. So
I
Not
say
saying one
we
is better than the other.
go to the left here.
Okay, I agree.
okay, so you make your way to the left. You were spotted almost immediately by 4 people.
Oh no.
People or guards?
Guards.
Okay.
They're in a straight line, almost as if they're waiting for you.
Straight line of them.
Just standing in the way. Each has spears, and they start charging you. Roll for initiative.
I'm gonna say, so I'm wearing guard armor. I'm gonna say, wait, they're attacking us at the temple. We need to go there now.
Roll deception.
With an army
14.
of gladiators behind you.
Just like might as well just throw them off the
We
ground.
got 3, 3, 9, and
Ah.
dang it, 16.
Damn.
3 of them are like, oh yeah, we should, we, and the other one's like, don't be stupid. Don't you see those are the gladiators right there? And everyone
Wait
just,
a minute.
everyone refocuses their shields and they start charging. That was a good effort.
I tried, guys.
All right,
tried.
roll for initiative. That would have been great.
6.
19.
Nice.
Okay, 2 of their guys rolled 19s as well. So you go first,
Okay.
and then them. Okay, let's make a little. Okay. Guard. Okay, dokie. There are actual software things you can use for this one. I don't have any on this one. So okay. So what was your castle? That's right.
Mhm.
Castle guard. Castle guard. And what did you roll?
6.
6 total.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Okay, let's do this. Sorry, we have quite a few NPCs with us. That might not happen for long. Let's split up, please. Okay. Ye are first.
Okay.
Because you,
So,
you
first thing-
tied them for 19.
First thing I'm gonna do is cast Blade Ward.
Okay.
So it just pretty much it just happens. It lasts 1 round.
What does it do again? Just so I'm these are,
Um,
by the way, we're using classes from Xanathar Guide. He is a Chevalier, so he is.
But I also multi-class sorcerer.
yes, he's
So
level
I know
1
some-
sorcerer.
Yeah. So it gives me resistance against bludgeoning, piercing, slashing.
Tank.
Yeah.
He's already armored, and now he's going in super armored.
Yeah. So I mean, I thought about my character.
Yeah. Okay,
Um,
so
Yeah.
Do you move
what does that
forward,
mean?
or-
1 round? Does that just mean like until it's my turn again?
I
That's
think
what
it's
one
like
round
your
is?
action is what they might be saying, or is
So,
that like?
so the casting time is 1 action, but then the duration.
Is 1 round.
Oh,
Oh.
I'm up here. The
Yeah,
duration
I
of
would
1
think.
round.
That would
Okay,
be
so-
your turn again.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's at a round.
I would think
Yeah.
so.
Because
So-
the turn would be like the end of my turn.
Yeah.
Round, yeah.
So it's strictly a defense move.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you gonna move as well? So you're
So
gonna
like,
go
I want
towards
to put
him?
myself in front.
That would make sense. He goes charging him and then just
Yeah.
like takes the brunt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I
Go
guess
for
I'll
it.
just like charge the middle of them.
Okay.
I want them all
So you go forward in a
because
defensive
they're all
stance.
kind of close together.
Okay, and by the way, what kind of shield do you have? Is it like a kite shield where it's pointed? Is it square.
I like that. I like it. I think a kite shield.
Okay.
Pretty epic.
Okay, because I like it because there's a point.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why they use them. Yeah, that's why they came to
So-
points. They used to be squares, but then they
Is-
realized, hey, this actually.
Yeah.
Could
Is
be a
it
weapon.
possible that all of them, like, they seem like they're in a line, so they're close together, so they're all 5 feet?
Yeah, within 5
All
feet,
right,
since
so-
it's not like a hugely wide street,
Oh,
so they're all in a straight line, not letting you pass.
almost like an alleyway.
They have shields too,
So it's gonna be.
not big ones, but like bucklers. They're like that big.
So I guess I kind of like run into kind of the middle of them. Like if
Okay.
they're gonna go.
You look
if they're gonna
very
attack the others,
menacing
they
as
gotta
you go
pass
in,
me.
and
that's
you
it.
just kind of drop to a shield stance, and 2
Mhm.
guards see you running, and they try to stab you with their spears. 3 and an 8. They
Oh.
both fail, so they come in and you knock the sword away from one, and then you hit the spear of the other. You just just knocking them all back. Odeon comes in with his new weapon, and he tests it out on one of the guards next, and doesn't hit him. So he comes in at the one that's attacking you, but he sees him coming and blocks it with the shield. And then Alana, with her new sword, goes running in and misses as well. But she comes to your side,
Mhm.
and she sees
Well,
you.
I see
She
the other
sees
guys
you
on
doing
my
a
side as
defensive
well.
stance, and she recognizes it because she's also a Chevalier.
Okay.
Same class.
Yeah.
So she sees you doing this,
similar
and she
training.
knows Knights,
Yeah.
and she sees what he's doing, and comes in a defensive stance after she makes her attack and misses.
Mhm.
All right. So that's the thing about her. They're able to do some like area
What
work.
would be good is if we had some mounts, then we'd be able to.
I know you two would be unstoppable. All right. And next, who's M? Oh, Moose. Can't forget Moose. All right. Thank you, Moose. All right. Moose comes in with his tree branch, and comes in and hits the guard that hasn't attacked yet.
I guess I could always ride moose. Give me my mount, get my
Good luck with
get my
that.
bonuses.
Oh.
That takes some convincing.
The tree branch only knocks the guy backwards a bit, dealing 3 damage total. Nothing intense, but enough to make him a little nervous and step back. All right, Aron comes in to your aid, and he lands a very, very harsh blow here. Let me see what it does here. Okay, we got a 9 plus 3, so yeah. So he brings down his warhammer on the guy's shoulder with his shield, and you hear a crack, and you see the guy's arm go a little bit limp. He's not going to be able to block as well. His AC has lowered. All right. DA. Dowd. Yeah. All right, so he comes into his prince's aid with a 19. These guys are proficient as...
And there's 4 guards,
as
right?
can be. Yes, there are.
When did the other 2 go?
They're after him.
Oh, okay.
I didn't add them because I just said they were next, but okay. Right, so he comes in with his sword and just buries it underneath.
Who's this?
Dowd does, and stabs the other guy. It doesn't kill him immediately, but you can see he's not too great. The same guy that got hit with the tree branch with the he's taking the damage. And then CR.
No.
Oh, that's you. You're next.
Yeah. So I see they're all going after the one guy. I want to go after whoever's next to him, because
Okay.
on his side he's not going to be too well protected from the guy that's just being slaughtered. So yeah, I'm going to go after him with my. What'd you say the weapon's called?
It's called a Kopesh.
I'm going to go after him with the
Chopesh.
Kopesh. 10.
Which one? The same one that we're all attacking?
No, I was going for the next one over.
Okay, so he sees you coming. Unfortunately, he does block you. I know, unfortunate. And then that same guard that you just tried to swing at, he misses with a 5, and then the other one coming at you as well misses with a 7. So you're taking on 2 at once.
Quick.
When I say miss, I mean you're proficiently like swatting their stuff away and parrying. It's I always laugh when people say they miss. Can you imagine a bunch of people just like swinging randomly at each other,
So,
and not even like connecting, just like
Morrowind, like
oh yeah, like Morrowind, exactly.
no hits
quick,
for like 20 swings.
I hated that.
So I had the feat sentinel. When a creature within 5 feet of you makes an attack against a target, so like an ally, I get a reaction,
Oh, nice.
a weapon attack.
Okay, that's 3 reactions then. Make your attacks on them. That's an awesome ability.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's great to have.
Close quarter combat.
Yeah,
Yeah, this guy,
flat
tanks
space.
are great like this. They really did a new, like, you needed a knight.
Okay, I got a
or
1 on one of
bumper.
them.
Okay, that one.
Okay,
I'll tell you what.
I don't want to roll on the table because I feel like it's too loud on the mic.
Yeah.
But it keeps rolling on this.
Yeah, you can.
Let me
That,
move.
that dice really rolls.
Let me move all this real quick.
it'll go places.
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll the
This should be
places
better.
you'll go.
Yeah, gee.
You never know where it's going to start.
Okay, yes, I
It's a
get
20
I get
roll
plus
some
5,
one.
so 6, 7, 18.
That's a hit.
Nice.
Okay, and then my damage is a D8, which is this one.
Math.
Yeah, I get these stinking low numbers, so I did 5 damage to one of
Okay.
them, and I missed one of them, so one more. I gotta stop it. 9, 14.
14 hits.
Okay. So 4, 8 damage.
Okay. So the 2 that attacked. Okay, so they're severely damaged. They're imaged. All right. Their turn. Okay, great. That's
Wait, whose
wonderful. It's the guards. 16.
Oh, I thought they just went when they attacked.
That was just the two.
Oh,
Yeah, these two on the bottom. So
Yeah.
it's actually my turn.
oh, that is your turn.
Oh, that's
I
right,
apologize.
that's right,
It's a
yeah.
good
No,
thing
you're
because
good,
they
you're
both
good.
rolled 16s. They don't count. Yay!
I feel like I would have made more attacks. Wait, hold on a second.
It's a good thing.
Okay, so
From now on, just make your reaction as soon as they do theirs. That way, it's easier. to
okay,
keep track
I
of
guess.
who.
Okay.
No,
yeah.
you're good. You're fine.
Now that I know the order, I'll remember. Yeah, I'm just gonna make an attack against the. So there's still. I mean, it's a small area, so everyone's just close fighting right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'll just attack.
Getting quite loud in the streets with all the
Yeah.
clanging. And
Yeah. We gotta get out of
It's
here.
getting worse.
That's
Plus, you're
a
bunch of
2,
tower
so that's
shields.
a miss.
Okay. You did roll 1, right, on one of those?
Yes.
Okay, so that's probably why you missed. You stumbled coming forward on him. He kind of pulled you forward a bit.
Okay.
And that's why you came after him. It is now the guards' turn, and they are seeing clearly the one that is the most dangerous to them.
Okay.
Is you and Moose, because you two you've been attacking everybody, just like
Mhm.
flailing back and forth as they're hitting everyone else, and Moose is kind of just going in with the tree branch. He's menacing to look at in and of himself. He goes after Moose and misses with a 5, and then nails him with a 19. Alright. Ooh.
Thanks.
Alright, so he comes in with his spear and just jabs it into his arm.
Into two moves.
Is your reaction.
Oh yeah, sorry. I was like,
You better get used to that.
yeah,
'cause
yeah.
you're gonna do this a
I've never
lot.
played a Sentinel before, so I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna roll this other dice. That didn't help. So I got 9.
9 is a miss.
That purple dice doesn't ever.
I'm just having trouble with dice today.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you come in at him as he's attacking, and he just barely misses your blade. And all right, Odion's turn. And yay, good old Odion. Really makes mistakes. All right, and he finishes him. All right, so the one guard that just stabbed Moose just got stabbed in the neck, so
Nice.
he's down.
Nice.
And pew. All right, and Alana. She comes up to the other guy, rolls a natural 20, and I'm not gonna do crit charts on this, by the way. I'll put a link when I do the crit charts. They're so much fun. But she comes in as well and attacks him. A different guy. He rolls an 8 as well, and he's dead with a double attack, and he's already been wounded. 2 guards down.
Plus the crit damage.
It's not looking good for the guards, and you see the other 2 see them just get stabbed, and the other 2 start backing up. They are getting nervous, and they look like they're about to run. When Moose charges forward with an 8 and misses them, they get really nervous at that point and start taking off.
Is
It's-
the guy with
I
the
get a-
dislocated
they're
shoulder dead
breaking.
already?
They're breaking. Huh?
Dislocated shoulder
So
guy is
every-
he dead already?
No.
So everybody's gonna be able to attack these guys then.
They're running. They're not. I mean, they're outnumbered. They thought they had you.
Okay, so then you're gonna
So
say
we all
that
get our reaction rolls.
no,
when
unless they
we're wrong.
disengage.
Is that
They're disengaging.
Except in my case, that doesn't matter.
Yeah,
The
because
sentinel.
whether they're running or not. His basically is an area thing. He's like a porcupine.
Yeah.
They start moving around him. He
Uh-huh.
just hurts them.
So then I'm gonna make 2 attacks to them.
yeah, the two guys that are running.
All right, I'm gonna roll 2 dice. Maybe that will. One of them's got to be
Save
good.
some time.
Come on.
One,
Crit and 10.
Okay.
No, 11.
So I'm gonna say the one that's nearest to you was not the guy with the dislocated shoulder, but you take a swipe at him and you hamstring him like it's
So do you want me to roll damage, or are you just gonna...
half speed. Roll damage. Yeah, definitely. I mean, you may knock him out from the
It's a
pain.
crit. Is this the crit one? Do you want me to roll double?
Yeah,
damage?
that's why I did it. Let you
Okay.
hamstring him. He's
Okay, so
he's not
1.
moving as fast. I'm trying to
5,
stop them, slow them down.
9 damage.
9 damage. Okay.
Or I just rolled the dice twice. Is that how you do crits, or do you just
We
double
just
the-
double the
first roll?
Mhm.
Okay, then it would have been 6.
Okay, so a 6 to his leg. It doesn't kill him, but it makes him stop moving quickly, and he's in a lot of pain.
Oh, I forgot to mention this, and this would have changed everything. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. We're learning our
Okay,
characters.
yeah. So as a sentinel, let me just read it. You have master techniques to take advantage of every drop in an enemy's guard, gaining the following benefits. When I hit a creature with an opportunity attack, that creature's speed becomes 0.
Oh,
Oh,
so
The
they
rest
can't
of the
run,
turn, so they
so
can't run. for
that
the
one
next
can't
turn.
run.
especially with
It's
his
when
like,
I so only when I
Half speed
hit,
and 0.
and then creatures provoke opportunity attack
What's half of 0?
from me, even if they
Sure.
take disengage action. So no matter what, and when a creature within 5 feet makes an attack against basically an ally, I get a reaction.
Yeah,
So that's
what you've
sentinel.
been
But then I forgot
Chevalier.
Chevalier. Yeah.
French.
Hey, there's this ability. I haven't seen it before, but
It's a
unwavering
mark. Yeah, someone you hit, you have to mark them. It's like,
So-
but you have to say you mark them.
Well,
Like
it
how a ranger
actually doesn't
marks
matter.
somebody,
You can
same kinda.
you can mark as many as you hit.
Was
So when you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack, you can mark the creature until the end of your next turn. This effect ends early, blah, blah, if I die or incapacitated, or if somebody else marks the creature. So if the one other lady like me marks him,
Gosh, you could just mark everybody.
we're all within 5 feet of you. A creature marked by you has disadvantage on any attack roll that does not target you. In addition, if a creature marked by you deals damage to anyone other than you, you can make a special melee weapon attack against the marked creature as a bonus attack roll. And if it hits, the attack's weapon deals extra damage to the target equal to half your fighter level. Regardless of the number of creatures you mark, you
Okay,
can
I
make
didn't
the
read that
special
part.
attack the
Okay,
number of times equal to your
nice.
strength.
So both of them were marked then if you hit them.
So I
Did
would
you hit the second one?
I rolled 11. I don't know if that's
No,
a hit.
that didn't. That
Okay.
didn't hit him.
Mm.
So one of them is reduced to 0 on speed. Well, you hamstrung him. He's not moving anywhere. He surrenders immediately. Just like he's like, please don't kill me. Please don't kill me.
Can I do like a cool thing with my sword and like disarm him?
I
You
mean,
know, like what's that movie that the guy has like the sword and he's like, it's an older one. It's like the night one, and he does that.
you're
speed
talking
thing.
about First Night.
Yeah, and the sword like flies out.
Yeah. So he does this like.
Yeah, I
and,
kind
like
of want to
knocks
do
it
something
out.
like that.
Okay, so as soon as he like you hamstring him, he's moving around. He's like, please don't kill me. You just knock his sword out of his hand,
Mhm.
and one of the other slaves, the lizard, runs up and grabs the sword, and
Perfect.
he didn't go. He actually stepped back. If you notice, he wasn't on there.
Right.
He's
right.
not. He doesn't
He's
care.
probably back there eating.
He doesn't care about you
For all
guys.
we know.
It's like eating some merchant. All right. So the other one is running.
I'm taking him down.
All right. He's
Uh.
not too far away yet, but you might be able to reach him.
Yeah.
He
Hopefully.
rounds that corner, though.
No.
No? Okay. Is he gonna get away?
Uh-oh.
Hopefully he doesn't get help.
Yeah, those tower shield guards are right there.
This is the last one. Alana, don't fail us. What is wrong with me? Stay on the thing.
Yeah, he's gonna go.
Oh no! So she runs forward and slips, and he makes it. He's gone around the corner. Everyone missed him.
Maybe we should cut through this building now. I noticed there's a door right here.
You're halfway through that street, so if you went, you'd have to go back. And then
Yeah,
oh, there is a door. I
yeah.
apologize. Yes, there is a door.
I mean, we could erase it.
Where'd that giant archway go?
I mean, we can run this way in like 10
yeah, he's running away. We might as well book it so they can't find us. They don't. He'll be like they were here.
Okay, move, go,
Yeah, we run through there.
Let's go.
This way.
Reroll stealth if you're trying to fit in.
Okay, disadvantage.
You heard a lot of sound out there. 14,
I mean, I love this dice, but like
3,
the amount that it rolls
16,
is insane.
2 and 10.
It usually rolls pretty good.
I got 8, so
Oh,
Nice.
9. I mean, because I get +1.
Not bad. Okay, so average is 14. You're all fine.
nice.
3, 4, 3.
Nice.
We done it.
All right, so
Done it.
there are guards in there. There are 3 of them,
In the
but they're
building we
busy
went into.
speaking to other people. As you semi-bloodied from other mostly people, ragtag group of people just come barging in, but
And a
then you realize
minotaur,
you just
yeah.
kind of make your way through and.
It's casual. Like.
How he's managing to stay he's not unseen, he's just ignored. But now that you're in here, there are a lot more people starting to look, so keep moving.
So we were
where
supposed to
you
get out.
going?
I mean, is there a door on the other side, I assume? Like, or maybe there's a back door? I don't know. Is there a door on each wall?
I'm going to say a bard is playing in the top half of the, it's 2-storied. There's a bard playing at the top and everyone's entertained by him. Because
Okay,
everyone rolled under 10. So they're all, it looks like a family, like a gathering. They're getting together and some guards are there to see the event. They know what's going on out there, but they're not stopping because this isn't concerning them. They're having their party.
So this is one of those private parties we were talking about.
Yes.
Okay.
And they don't seem to care that you're there, luckily.
Okay. So where's the nearest door? Is it
It's
like over here?
there's
somewhere?
one straight across from you by the guards, and there's one right here.
So then that's the one we should have hit, that back one away from the guard tower.
Yeah, that north.
So we'll work our way that way.
north door.
Yes. Okay, so you make your way through, and just as you get to this, at the very end, as you get to the door, you see that guard scurrying towards the temple.
Like how many feet?
Towards the temple.
He's like 120 feet away from you.
Oh dang.
Oh, he's running, man. He's getting help.
This is where you want to be a warlock and have that eldritch spear. Like what is it? Like 300 feet?
Yeah, that's a invocation
Yeah.
that you can choose. Unfortunately, our warlock didn't choose that, but he has some
We
other.
don't have any really good distance attacks.
You don't have any range.
We
right
just,
none of
now.
us
just need to book it to where we're going.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So we're
Rodney's
almost
house
there.
is right
Yeah,
there.
just to the right.
There's guard station right there, and then another building, but it's like a merchant area. So
Is guard station where in front of Monice's house?
no, so
No, it's back.
let me show you right here real quick. So you ran through here, right here. He
Uh-huh.
just took off this direction. This is the guard station right here,
Oh, I see.
and then some merchant of some sort or fortune teller. to
So
be exact.
we want to go up here like that.
That's right.
Okay.
You guys have made it this far. There could have been so many worse directions.
Wait. That's a door right there?
Ish. To that's like the slavers area.
Right, and there's no guard there. He would have saw us.
Ooh.
So why doesn't?
What
They
is that
are
right
they
there?
are at the corner here. They're all looking this way.
So what if we had Moose bust down this door? We save more slaves.
No, that's the slavers area.
Oh,
The people
slavers.
the people that
yeah,
are like
let's
guards.
not do that.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't
Yeah,
recommend
sorry.
No, you're
okay.
good. You're good. Slavers and slaves looks pretty close together when you're reading it on paper.
Yeah.
Okay.
My bad.
No, you're good. Don't do that. Okay. Just deleted a bunch of stuff. It's not important. I don't even read this. I have it all in my head.
Yeah. Yeah. So is Monice's door open?
There are those 2 guards in front of it that you recognized before. As soon as you start getting closer, the prince turns to you, Aron. He says, "I think we could try something here. Follow my lead." And he runs up ahead, and Dowd runs up with you.
Okay.
They tell everyone else to stay back, just kind of a little bit away. And I'm gonna need you to roll stealth with your group.
Okay.
Because you are in the open.
Natural 20.
4, 19, 5.
You all
17.
went invisible.
Right?
You're just like. All right. Overall, not great. But with your 20 and 14 and a 15,
Yeah.
someone rolled a 1 and someone rolled a 2. So I'm going to say you cancel out the 1.
Yeah.
All right, you're doing okay. You're not totally inconspicuous, and I don't think you ever could be. But they're not looking at you; they're looking at you three. So
Okay.
you approach, and he says, "Follow my lead." So he
Yep.
walks up to them and says, "Hello, Zamoni's here," and the 2 guards recognize him because you were just here not too long ago. He says, "Yes, but the commotion of the temple took him away."
So he's not here.
Well, he will be back soon.
Perfect. Well, we'll wait inside.
Roll persuasion.
Nice.
That
Come
should be
on.
1 or something.
It's because I keep stopping it because it's rolling forever. I got a 2
Oh, great.
plus 5, so 7.
Yeah, I guess
Oh.
He has no charisma, 0 charisma. So you beat him by nothing. He's like, I don't think we should. And the other guard says,
What if I kind of add, like, we have information about the interrogation?
"Oh, you do. You interrogated the scum. Nice.
Yep.
He's gonna reward you well. Yeah, you could wait right in the front."
And all of our friends.
Did you say that?
Yeah.
Okay, so as soon as you point them out, they look over and they see all this group of like people and a minotaur, and they look over, they look back at you.
They're all knights. They're with us.
I guess I could roll another persuasion. I'm gonna beat him.
Don't roll.
If you roll 1,
23.
okay, they rolled a 2 and a 3. You both saw that. What is happening?
Yeah.
My rolls are. I mean, this is good. I don't want to kill you, but they look at you and just say, "You came with a whole band of misfits. I've never seen anything quite like this. Some of them look familiar." At any rate, if you have information, if they all have information, we could definitely use a good meal. I'm sure he'll reward all of us. When he's in a good
Yes,
mood,
yeah,
he
no
rewards
mistake.
all of us. He said, "But please don't. You look all filthy. Please don't touch anything. Just sit in the front area." And he says, "You go watch them."
To
And
the
the
other
other one walks in with you. I can't believe this is working.
Oh, by the way, little
Like, see all these weird guys, the lizard, the minotaur. You must be like silver tongued or something.
I mean, I have pretty high charisma, so. I believe I got that from the. Whatever.
Yeah,
class names. It was one of the.
All right, so the
Skills
man
I
that
could
walks
pick.
in, his name is Rujek, and he says,
The guard?
"Yeah, his name is Rujek.
Rudrick, alright.
RUDJ.
I'll forget it in a minute.
Yeah, it's
Don't
fine.
worry.
He might be dead soon."
Why
I mean,
are you giving him a name?
Why do you name them? Because I want to watch them die. Secretly, I have problems. All right, so Rujik stands in the waiting room as everyone kind of sits down.
The
Like
Minotaur
everyone
kind of
stands
like
around.
sits down on
The
it.
Minotaur sits down on this like chair, just like creaks. You just and everyone else is just kind of standing around,
We're just
trying to
gonna-
decide what to do. But I
Are
mean,
we-
it's one guy.
Are we
Right.
just gonna wait for him? Or is this happening?
No, you're not waiting for it. You guys haven't told me what you're doing. I can't just say you do stuff.
Well, somebody did mention earlier, should we kill him? So
Right.
I don't know.
I want to have the Minotaur choke him out.
So the Minotaur stands up and like, you kind of like motion to him and you should choke him out. So he goes up from behind, advantage, and he doesn't succeed. The guy's standing there with a spear, and then this Minotaur starts walking behind him. He sees him and he's just
I imagine it's kind of like in Bruising Groove, you know, like Crunk and you know, like.
a little bit, yeah. But
Or Brock.
unfortunately, he sees it coming and he just steps away. He's like, "What are you doing?" And he arms himself and says, "Get in here." Roll initiative.
For one
It
guard.
failed.
One guard.
No,
alright.
there's two. One in.
Oh, here we go. 8.
Roll a
All right, it's Moose's turn again. He doesn't get
Finally
him.
understood what
He
you're
tries,
supposed to do.
he tries to get him again, but this time with the branch, it just swings above him, and
Come on, Moose.
he's backing away from him. It's the guard's turn next. He rolls a 14, and that's a hit. And it's a pretty solid hit. Moose is taking some pretty good hits. He's
Yeah.
not doing too good. So slices across his arm, and you just see like blood start coming out, like this black blood. That's not good. And Odeon is next, and then Alana, then the guards. Turns to Odeon, takes a swing at him. Luckily, Odeon's able to step out of the way a little bit, and it just slices him a little bit. And the other guard goes and misses. All right.
So the other guy came rushing in.
Yeah. Who got higher?
I got 8.
8 and
I had a 9.
9. Okay, so
Yeah.
you and then you.
There's only 2 of them, right?
Yeah, and they're pretty weak.
The one that got the Minotaur. I'm gonna kill him with a 1. I'm gonna
You
use
kill
my inspiration
yourself.
point.
Yeah.
That would be a 16.
That is a hit.
Okay. What's my damage?
This is my first hit of the night.
With a Kopech, it's a
Yeah.
D8.
Okay.
Are you using 2 hands?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's my only weapon. so-
D10.
Oh, okay. Better be better than a 7. Okay, 8.
Nice.
Um,
All right.
And then you add your strength to it.
yeah, so 9. Yeah.
So how are you hitting him? Describe to me what would you be.
Well, using both my hands, with the Minotaur next to me, I imagine it would be a cleave.
like straight down on him. Okay.
Be probably aiming for something vulnerable, not a skull, because that would be difficult.
All right.
but-
So 8 plus 3. What is your proficiency in with long sword?
my proficiency is +3.
Okay, so you come in at him, you bring it down, and it's a curved blade. So half of it's over here, and part of it's over here, and the middle part comes down like right here, and it just cuts in, and the guy just goes limp. He's not dead. He's just
Done.
he's done. He's not doing anymore. And then, okay, yeah, it's your turn.
Oh, okay.
I was checking perception if anyone from the street heard that. Nothing.
Yeah,
great.
I'll just. How close are they together? Like, can I stand between them and they both be close to me?
One is dead, but the other one is
Okay, so
dead.
shouldn't have to worry about him.
yeah, unconscious, bleeding out.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Saving
I'll
throw
just attack the other one then.
All right.
I rolled this dice.
There's like 10 of us.
13. Keep forgetting.
I have to play it. They're
Yeah.
gonna try to
Yeah, I got-
defend the home.
I
that
got
they're supposed
18,
to.
so that's a hit, I assume.
It's just a sad ragtag. The fact that you guys are all living and all made it this far is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
so I
I
did
have rolled terrible on their behalf.
11.
And you've seen the rolls. I'm not fudging numbers. You got 11 on attack?
No, 11 on damage. I rolled 18 on attack.
That's a hit, yeah.
Yeah.
You need to tell me that, yeah. Okay, so the other one, how did you want to kill him?
I mean, I guess I just take his head.
Okay, so he sees his friend get knocked out and looks over and then... Okay, exit initiative. You just killed 2 guys in Amonis' house.
Did I have a rest period after the Basilisk fight? I haven't, so I don't have any of my healing stuff. Okay.
Now, you guys
Now we gotta
could
find
have
that
spent a
entrance.
long rest,
I'm
but you guys
gonna-
didn't get that
I'm gonna
chance.
tell Cry to heal the Minotaur, because he hasn't used his yet.
No. Okay, so he walks up and
'Cause
closes the
he's
wound
bleeding
for,
pretty bad.
for 5 health. Because was it that you heal?
Heal and touch up to your level of hit points.
Okay, yeah,
So
that's right. So he walks up and heals his wound. There's bleeding. He was actually bleeding. He cut up really good.
your level of hit points.
Oh, so that's a lot then. Is that right?
No. Your not hit points.
It's your level of hit. That's what it says on mine.
It's your level of hit points. Not like
your levels were okay.
yeah.
Okay, all right.
So like you
it
heal
was like 40. Jeez, what the?
yeah, Asimar would be insanely OP if that
What
was the
are you
case.
saying, like the hit dice?
Like
level.
so you're level
like
5.
character
You
level.
can heal 5.
Oh.
Are we 4 now? We're level 4.
5.
We're 5. Oh, so okay.
So he walks up and heals his arm, and yeah, Moose looks down at him and just pats him on the head, and Odin says, "We need to move."
Yep.
So we gotta find the entrance.
We have no idea where it is.
Is it obvious? I mean, do we see anything? Obviously,
You're in like a foyer type area.
So we gotta be
let
rolling
me-
like an investigation.
What type of thing are we looking for?
Well, it was
Anything that goes down,
made
right?
from a mine, and it is headed downward as you go. So
Yeah.
So we need to go
I'm gonna
down
use
then.
this.
Is that what
Yeah,
we're
sorry.
thinking?
you good.
Yeah, maybe it's like they're a rug. Look up, like
Look
secret
around.
passage or something.
I knew it. Sorry.
So I'm gonna roll an investigation.
You failed.
7 plus 1, 8.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
also rolling
the room-
investigation. No, not better.
The room you're currently in is like a foyer,
9.
and instead of stairs going up in like a nice house, it's just all going downwards. So the front area looks like it was carved out, and he has a few little things in there. So let me draw what you see, and I'll post this afterwards on my Instagram, so those that are following along can do so. All right, so
Can do.
all right, okay, so you entered in, and it goes like this, and you are now in a room, and there's stairs going down either side.
So, we'll just
Oh, so we're
go
like
down the
right in the
stairs.
middle,
You
right by
are
the
right.
door.
You're right here.
Okay. Yeah.
Go down.
Should we split up? Is it 2 different ways?
All the NPCs go that way.
Yeah, that's right.
Roll for yourself.
Wait a minute. How scary is this house? You don't want to split up. You know. Like
It's
a scary
Ammonius's
movie.
house.
Okay.
He pleasures
Maybe we
himself
should
in,
all stay
in
together.
absolute torture and death. He's not exactly a good person, but I'm not saying he has traps, but he probably has traps.
It's not that big a house, though, is it?
It's not finished,
Okay.
meaning like he hasn't done that much work on it, but his living area is around here. But that's where to get down to the mine, nobody knows.
All right. Well, I guess we start looking.
Can I hear any drafts?
That's a good point. I want you to roll advantage on, let's say perception.
14. Also, perception, that would be 17.
Okay. To the left, you feel a slight breeze coming.
We go
out
to the
door.
left.
Nice. Very good. Nice. So this is kind of a stairway, and it's headed downward. As you go down, you feel a little bit more of a gust every now and then. Not often. It's not like there's wind traveling through
Right.
tunnels, but there is something that's
Yeah.
moving between. You get down a little bit, and you see that it opens up quite a bit, and there's stairways going down. There's some makeshift stone railings, and there's a whole area that looks like he's made into I want to say an area for eating, but it's very not put together yet. Like he has a few things out, maybe like a plate or something like that, but it looks like servants' areas.
Okay.
Like he probably lives on the right. Basically, what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This does not look like his type of area.
I don't know. What do you think? Would we go towards his area or towards the slaves' area? That's basically our options.
Well, it's not like
from what we've observed.
yeah. Most of
Wait, there's slaves in the house?
you'll see.
Yeah, we should go check that out. It could
To
be
the right?
It could be locked up.
Oh, there's slaves. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you get down. So what I'm saying is that this goes down.
Yeah.
Like it's not like spiral, but it goes at quite an extreme angle. But just for the sake of paper, I'm going to say you get to the bottom area, and this is quite a ways. It's a straight way right here, and it kind of narrows out. But then down here, there's just this huge area that's like open up and rocky. It goes down a little bit. It looks like a cave-in happened a while ago. Maybe that would have, or it could have been intentional. You guys have no idea. But like I said, there's just little areas right here where it's like tables and things, the preparation areas and things like that. Doesn't look finished at all. But you can see further down there's more stuff, but you can't
Okay.
see it.
Is-
It's like a door.
Is
or
this
like a
lit by
arch.
torches?
It's lit by torches, yeah.
So is this this is the slave area you're talking about?
Doesn't look like a sleeping area,
No,
but
you said,
it looks like a
you
prep
said
area.
something about slaves.
Yeah, like slaves would work here.
Okay. I see what you mean.
I want to snuff out torches to see if we can see light coming from anywhere.
What's great about everyone in the party that matters, you all have dark vision.
Yeah.
You have dark vision. Your
Yeah,
brother has
that's
dark
right,
vision.
that's
Don't
right.
you have dark vision?
Yeah, I have dark vision.
Yeah. So
Yeah, let's snuff them out.
everybody
See if
except
we can find any
except
light.
your two companions and I think like 3 of the others. Alana is half elf, so she has dark vision. So almost everyone except like 2-3 people don't. So you start taking out some of the torches, and they look like they haven't been put up recently, so they look pretty dim and not too hard to do. But anyway, you put it out, and at the very end, you see like a small light underneath one of the doors over here,
Okay. Nothing by
kind of like a candle.
nothing by the cave in though.
Not down there, no.
Okay. All right.
No, it's just rock, just
uh-huh.
dark and
I was
black.
thinking
and
if some of the ceiling caved in or something
Yeah.
like that.
looked like what had been caved in the ceiling area wasn't much. It was mostly just like blasted or moved or something happened that it just collapsed in that area. Not so much the ceiling.
Okay. Well, I want to stealthily move towards the door.
By yourself?
Not necessarily, but I do want to.
Maybe
also-
before all the plate mail guys go for
Yeah.
it. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I would mention that to them.
Okay.
What would your character say?
he would. Warren would say, "Hold while I check this next room."
Okay, so you move forward
Yeah.
by yourself.
Yeah.
It's about 30-40 feet, and you get to the edge of it. It's a wooden door.
Uh-huh.
It does have a lock on it,
Okay.
but it's not latched. Like it's not like completely
It's-
locked.
it's not
Like you
locked.
can see that it's definitely something that they would lock. But
in this case, it's not open.
I mean, it's open. It's just not latched. Like lock. But I mean, it's like
Right,
it has
yeah.
a very complex lock. It's not locked because it's slightly ajar.
Okay.
That's better said. Sorry, that was
Um,
confusing.
Can I see any sort of setup here? Somebody wants me to come in here. Can I see anything like that?
You're checking for traps?
Yeah.
Check.
What would I? This is a perception or investigation?
This would
They're
be
+3 either way. It's 15.
investigation.
15.
Okay, you don't see any traps. You
Okay.
do see that if there was a trap, it would have been set off a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
So this probably was a trap at one point. All right, so
Interesting.
are you going to look inside, or were you going to wait for everyone else?
Yeah, I'm gonna peek in.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you stealthily open the door.
I guess. Do you want me to roll stealth?
This is like a new
Oh,
action.
yikes. 10.
The door itself isn't. It's loud. Like you're not loud, but the
Uh-huh.
door starts creaking a little bit. Not a lot, but enough that it's quiet enough that people would hear it.
Yeah.
You open the door, and there is a slave inside there. Not like a slave, but more of a servant.
Okay.
And they pop up, and they were at their desk, and they look over at you and say, "Please don't hurt me."
Okay.
You're not looking around the room. You're just seeing him as you enter.
Weirin says, "Okay, I have no intention of doing you any harm. We're looking for the back way out."
And he's like, "You do know this is a mine. I mean, there could be dozens upon thousands of back ways out."
Which ones do you know about?
He says, "I don't know if I want to tell you." He said, not out of disrespect, sir, but he goes like this and shows you his slave mark and
Okay.
says, "You know what would happen to a slave if I helped
I'm
you."
gonna show him mine and
Okay.
say,
Roll advantage on
"Join us."
persuasion. Oh, great, another NPC.
Oh yeah, we're trying to save as many as possible.
Persuasion, you said?
Yes.
19.
Got him. All right, we got a new NPC. Bring them all. Okay, barely. He's not a charismatic person.
we have to create an army here.
Yeah, why are we running? Let's just go back
Right?
and take the city.
Right.
Forget that, we're fighting. All right, his name is Themi.
Femi.
He says, "Well, my name is Slemmy. I'm tired of Ammonius. He is cruel, and he is foul, and he is something. Everyone, you see all these cots? They used to be full. They take them and they scream, and they don't come back.
Ammonius is putrid, and he'll see his day in hell.
And he believes you. He says, I would love to see that day. He's like, it's a platform. It takes you down to the mine. It is a long way down, so please hold on to the platform when you go down. I don't know if I dare go with you. I've never been down there.
But there's a way out down there.
There is a way out. I don't know where it is, but there's definitely a way out. They're mines. People often had exits in different directions.
Well, it's our only option at this time, so we're just gonna have
Right.
to move forward.
So you say this as you step into the room, or
I just figured I was following.
Yeah.
All right,
I mean,
so
I guess
and then
I
he
would.
turns around
Yeah.
and says, "How many are with you?"
We're about a dozen. I don't know how many we have at this point. It seems like that though.
He says,
Yeah, we have a small army.
he's like, I've never been there, but I've heard my friend say before he was taken that in Ammonius's room there is a small stairway that heads to the old platforms where they'd raise up ores and things like that. I don't dare go in there. He would hurt me if I did. But if you are with me, then I can show you to where his room is, and we can leave. I'm afraid I'm not a fighter, but I can go with you.
No worry. What's your skill? What does Ammonius
I will
have you
find
do?
out shortly. Hold on, let me get to the tool section. What does he do? Keep going. He says, "Let's go. It's back that way and up the stairs."
So back the way we came.
Yes.
Like, everyone, turn around.
Yeah, I guess let's go up there.
Yelled back because some of them are still coming down.
Turn back. Watch for traps.
All right.
I guess the servant would know if there was traps, right? Servant, tell me, are we going to be running into anything on the way?
Traps in
in
their
there?
own house. Just like,
He actually does.
it's still being worked on. Like, what if one of the workers?
No, but the workers know where they're at.
Oh, okay.
He leads you back towards the stairs, and as you're walking up that next set of stairs, luckily you went this way first, you start going up the stairs. He says, "Don't step on that stair. Unless you want to be melted by acid, don't step on." He demonstrated on one of my friends, so don't step on that stair. And everyone goes over the stair. Okay,
Nice.
Moose is all right. Moose is not dexterous, so he will roll disadvantage or just randomly on traps. 20 is good. He didn't have an issue. All right, let's get going. Let's
He
go.
proficiently walked up the stairs.
This is an issue with him. I'm letting you know this now.
So yeah, I mean, what are we seeing?
All right, you get to the top of the stairs, and not top. I keep thinking up. It's downwards. So you get down the stairs, and you see it opens up into this cushioned, carpeted, paintings on the wall, nice like ferns and things like that in this area, and it's the area before his room.
Okay.
You could tell that it was a room because it's like
It's like
imported
his
imported wood.
foyer.
Yeah, like his nice little lounging area. It also has a desk. It has things like that, but it's more of a sitting area.
Do I see
Like,
anything
eating
that
area.
I would think is either valuable or that he would hold a lot of value in?
Roll investigation.
I want to take something that would just like tick him off. Investigations. Let's see, it's gonna be.
Yeah, you mentioned that the other day that they
18.
would want to steal stuff from him.
18.
I told him they would.
Yeah.
They don't like him. What's to like about him? He's a
Yeah,
jerk.
yeah.
All right.
I just want him to be furious.
Fair enough. After we just put all you through.
Okay. You see on his desk there's a ring, and it looks very valuable. I just have to find which one it was. I forget. Okay. You see a ring, and it is very interesting. It's got a. Where in the world did you go? Okay. It's got two hands holding what looks to be like amber stone, like an amber stone. Not refined, mind you. It's just like it's just a yellowed stone, and they're just two silver hands that are like gripping it, and they're built into it like this,
Okay.
so you can get a good picture of it.
Mm-hmm.
And you've never seen anything quite like it, but you can tell that there's something special about it.
Yoink.
Okay. As you pick it up, you feel some kind of magic pulse, but you don't know what it is. So you know it's magic.
Can I roll an Arcana on it?
Yeah.
Or? 13.
Okay. You feel that if you put it on, you can get a good feel of what it is. So you slip it on your finger to kind of test it out a little bit, and you can see like an apple across the room, and you pick it up with your mind, and then you can put it back down, pick it up, move it
Sort
out.
of telekinetic something.
It is. It's a ring of telekinesis. I'm glad you checked.
What happened to that pencil?
It's right here.
Oh.
Does this have a name?
While wearing it's ring of telekinesis.
Okay.
While wearing this ring, you can cast telekinesis spell at will, but you can only target objects that aren't being worn or carried.
So it has to be.
Has to be a ring that's, or has to be an item that is not held or
Yes.
possessed by a person.
Yeah. The other objects you can move. There's a limit to the weight. I'll have to look up.
Distance.
I will look that up as well. It's
Okay.
the telekinesis spell.
Okay.
You can
Alright.
cast it at any time. It says
Cool.
at will.
Cool.
It's a
Awesome.
rare
Yeah.
item. It's a good thing you checked.
That,
All right.
That will make him.
It's
mad.
his personal ring. You see that symbol on it. So it's like a family heirloom.
Good.
So as you pick it
He
up,
stole a year and a half of my life. This is mine.
I'm taking this. All right, so you pick up the ring, and Odeon laughs and says, "Yeah, you go ahead and take that." He says, "I've got something else planned for this room after we leave."
Yeah.
All right, so you walk up to the door and says, gosh, Faye, what is your name? Doesn't matter.
Sound like Femi or something like that.
Femi. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
We'll just say that's it.
And I actually remembered her name.
Good job. I knew it was a TH.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll call him Femi. So Femi says, "I have not been in this room. I don't know what's in it. I go in at your own risk.
You're
Perception
coming
on the
with
door.
us, aren't you?
I'm coming with, but not first."
Perception on the door.
Well, we should send Moose.
14.
He just goes barreling in. All right, you don't see anything on the door. The door is locked.
It is locked. There's no keys in the desk.
No, everyone's kind of scoured the room. Some people picked up gold. Some people picked up
What kind of
a
door are we
pillow.
talking about?
Like,
I mean, we probably should have Moose bash it in if we don't have a key.
which
Or
is good basher. of
Odeon,
course.
do you think you could pick it?
Odeon looks at it.
What's it
I don't
made-
have the tools
What's it
necessary
made
to
out
break
of?
it.
Let me guess. Stone.
It's not stone. Wood. It's metal.
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 Metal and wood, but it's mostly.
What if 3 of us tried to kick it in together?
Okay, try it.
Okay.
Who
Time-
are your,
times.
pick your 3.
Who's our strongest?
That would probably be Dowd.
I mean,
Definitely
15.
Moose.
Yours is a 15.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Better than mine.
All right. So you 3 try to kick it in.
Okay.
Moose is going to use his tree branch. All right. 17,
Nice.
8, and
Do I add my proficiency or no?
well, yeah, you're definitely adding your proficiency. It's like an attack.
13.
It's 8 plus.
So I got 13.
Yeah. Okay, so here's what happens. So you 2 hit the center like really hard, like one after the other, 1, 2, and then Moose comes in with his branch and just breaks it with a 24.
Did we even
Nice.
check if it was unlocked?
Oh yeah,
It
it was.
was
Oh,
locked.
okay, okay.
Yeah. So you bust right through it, and each of you make a dexterity saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Like everybody in the
No,
hallway?
you three.
Oh, just the three that
He
were
rolls
breaking.
disadvantage, and he rolls 17 and a 19.
Nice.
Good job, Moose.
Nice.
What is a dexterity saving throw?
Yeah.
So 10.
All right. As everyone jumps back, as this burst of just white light and flame just comes bursting out, almost from like a sigil on the door that was cracked as it opened. You can almost like see it in slow motion as it cracks. You see the where the handle where the lock would go. That mechanism, as soon as it does, it sparks and sends out this blast of flame towards everybody. You don't get away from it. You're the only one that does it.
It's okay. You can take it.
All right. You take 11 fire damage as
That's nothing.
it hits you hard and just sends you back into the group. Moose catches you, but you're kind of sizzling.
thank you,
over
Moose.
bed. He jumped back very well. Like
Right.
I have
Like,
a feeling
for
we're going to
him.
be great friends. How much? 11?
Yeah, 11 damage. And at that moment, behind you, Paul, you hear boots coming up the stairs, down the stairs. Directions are important.
I say we all filter into the other room and wait
Shut the
behind the
door?
door.
Can
I
we
mean, the door is broken, but like that we just like
Oh,
lie in
okay,
wait.
Okay.
What if we all kind of
Because
waited
it's
to
gonna be
the
like, oh
side?
crap, and like run, and we can all ambush whoever the heck it is.
Yeah, we could wait on the side, and then all 12 of us.
Roll
I assume this is a big
perception.
room.
I mean, it's his room, right?
19.
Probably half the house.
I'm going to say with a 19, unless someone rolls a 20, which
I got a 1.
no one rolled a 20. All right. All right, you got a 19. You hear lots of boots, lots of footsteps.
So it's either fight or run, and try to stay ahead of them.
You might be able to.
I gotta find the exit quickly in that case.
Okay, so you can't see them yet, but you hear them coming. So everyone starts moving into that other room.
I guess nobody can set up a trap for them.
It's too late for that.
Yeah.
As
Well,
you
me and Moose can hold them off while you guys
as you
find
move
them.
into the other room and start shutting the door, as you said,
But then we
um,
busted down.
you busted it, but not down.
Not
it
down,
just
it
you
just-
just cracked
Okay,
it.
okay.
It flew open, and you shut it again.
Okay.
It's not like properly shut. It's not
Right.
like it can latch anymore.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's closed. So you get on the other side, and just as you're closing it, you see a few heavily armed men start coming down with long, basically very sturdy poles, but with spikes at the end, like a khopesh, but it's kind of like waved a little bit. They're very painful looking spears or pikes. So they start coming into that room, and they do notice you guys getting into that room.
Do we see anything we can bar the door with?
Okay, as you turn around, you do see it's not a bed, but it's just like mats on the ground. You can tell it's Amonis's personal chamber. But also, off to the side where he's kept, it's weird because the whole room is ornate, but there's one section that is not ornate, and it's of like the shrine to the snake god,
Okay.
Seras. And you see on the shrine, it's actually on a platform, a very large platform, which is the platform that he had talked about.
The shrine's
So
on
he
the
put
platform.
he had put on it. You see that on four sides of it, there's chains,
Uh-huh.
and they lead up into the ceiling, and there's a lever right next to it.
Oh.
It's been kind of covered up, but he's made no attempt to. He has no intention to lower it.
Right.
But you can assume that lever will release whatever's holding this up and start taking you down, as mine shafts have.
Yeah.
But the thing is that you have that escape. There's a bunch of people coming.
Okay, how many people can go on the platform at one time?
You have no clue, but it looks like a one-way trip.
Okay, so I'm gonna
Like
tell,
whoever's on is on, whoever's off is off.
Would my ring be good enough to move the statue? Do you think?
Let me find out. Is this a Dungeon Master's Guide? Because doesn't it have the spells? No, the player's does.
Yeah, it's at the back
Yeah.
of yeah.
I know. I have it marked, I just don't have the right thing.
Yeah.
Alright. Telekinesis. Alright, what are you guys doing in the meantime? What are you planning
well,
on
me and
doing?
Moose can.
I'm thinking
hold
about
the door.
moving the shrine in front of the door.
Yeah,
if
if
it's
you can do that.
possible.
So me and Moose will.
That's an idea.
Me and
Yeah.
Moose will stand hold the door back until if we can find something else.
Okay, telekinesis. You gain the ability to move and manipulate creatures or objects by thought. No, you can't. That's the only thing you said you can do.
Creatures, yeah.
When you cast a spell as an action each round for the duration, you can exert your will on an object you see within range, causing the appropriate effect below. You can affect the same target round after round or choose a new one at any time. If you switch targets, the prior object is no longer affected by the spell. Okay, object. You can try to move an object that weighs up to 1,000 pounds.
Oh, yeah.
If,
Oh,
the,
jeez.
if the object isn't being worn or carried, you automatically move it up to 30 feet in any direction.
So you got this.
You could pick up a 1,000-pound object and hurl it at someone.
Yeah.
Come through the door, I dare you!
Right?
I don't know what
All right, let's
speed,
open the door. Let's
Thir-
send that
30
statue
feet.
down the stairs.
but not beyond the range of 30 feet. So 30 feet, something moving 30 feet
Yeah.
is pretty fast, not insanely fast.
So you can't like lob it. You can't like throw
You
it.
can just pick it up and move it.
I could drop it on somebody.
It's more of a drop
Yeah,
attack.
yeah.
I guess that makes sense. If you're going to use it as an attack.
And how big is this statue?
It's about 6 feet tall.
So it's pretty big.
You've never seen the snake god, like full statue, but this is what it is. It's just interwoven up a sword to the very top, and it looks like it's just like this horned serpent type thing. Kind of man-like. Now that you get closer to it, very strange. It's humanoid almost. All right, if you succeed, it's a strength check. You must make an ability check for your spellcasting ability contested by the creature's strength. You're not doing.
But I don't.
You can't affect creatures or anything being held. You can only move objects. If you succeed, you pull the object away from the creature, which you can't do because specifically it says you can't.
Yeah.
You can exert fine control on objects with your telekinetic grip, such as manipulating a simple tool, opening a door. That's going to be great for opening locked doors in the future. Because you could just grab the lock and
Yeah.
bust it out. And
Yeah.
then if it is, that's the last time you'll ever have to deal with a door like that.
Mechanism, yeah.
Stowing or retrieving an item from an open container or pouring the contents of a vial. Examples. Anyway, that's a very useful ring.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay. All right, so 1,000 pounds? Yeah, that's not that much. It's
Yeah.
close to. I mean,
Right.
it's solid marble, but I want to say you can just lift it,
Okay.
and everyone's kind of wondering how this thing just starts moving. You're the only one that really knows. You haven't talked to anyone about this ring. So
Yeah.
Odeon recognized it immediately,
Yeah.
which let's not talk about that right now. So you have this ring, and you're just like feeling this like, I can do that. Like you just kind of toy with the idea,
Uh-huh.
and then it starts to rise, and everyone around you is like, the gods, like no one knows.
Yeah,
You didn't
yeah,
talk to anyone.
yeah.
So what are you doing with it?
I'm gonna put it in front of the door. And then
Me
I
and
want to
Moose
like,
are right now, so we're like,
I want to desecrate it somehow too. Like,
Be specific. I'm not gonna.
you said it has horns. I'm
Yeah.
gonna break off the horns.
Nice. You bash it into the ceiling a little bit, and you just
Yeah.
chip off both sides
Yeah,
of it,
yeah.
and then you move it towards the door, and the head of the snake starts coming through the door. You hear on the other side all the guards start screaming as this statue starts floating, and then stops. It doesn't like come through, but it kind of cracked the door, so you can kind of see it.
Hmm.
You bar it up against it, and you hear Ammonius just scream with anger. He's here, and he's very upset. And basically, just between all the screams and ranting, you hear him saying, "I will destroy you for this." You've been nothing but constant pain for this guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna yell back at him, and I can say, "You can expect us to bring your country down and your entire leadership."
And then you hear a growl, like a strange growl,
Uh-huh.
and there's some creature suddenly charges the statue and starts like reaching through these
Let's go
claws.
get on the lever.
Scales,
The-
huge claws, just reaching through and just tearing at the statue. He's given permission since you desecrated it. He said
Yeah.
something, and it just charged the thing, started tearing into it. So
Okay.
so then I guess
something
I'll
trying to
try
get through.
Uh-huh.
I'll immediately like go push against it and tell everyone to start going.
Okay, roll strength check first. This one's
Oops, I think it was a 6.
Okay.
plus
6 or 9. Those ones are hard to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so either way, it does beat you.
Alright.
It starts pushing through, and are you looking at it? Like, are you guys watching this happen? What are you doing?
I'm trying to get the group on the platform.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as you start stepping onto the platform, you can kind of feel that it does move, which is good.
Yeah.
Because if it wasn't moving, it'd be like, oh no, what do we have to do to break this thing?
Yeah. Yeah.
With your ring, you might have more of a chance to move
Right.
anything. Just take the platform, go.
Right.
You all kind of look back at this creature that's now trying to bust through,
Uh-huh.
and the Minotaur steps onto the platform and it just goes, just kind of moves a little bit, not like dangerously. The chains are moving, but it's not like, like a
Yeah.
dangerous sound.
Yeah.
It's pretty steady. They're moving ore up and down this thing,
Right.
so it's
Right.
pretty sturdy. As you look at this creature, as it's now sticking its strange body and its head through. Where's Sandwithar? There you are. Nope, not looking for that. Looking for Volo. So many books, so little time. You see this strange creature, but something looks familiar about it.
Something we've seen before.
Yes. Actually, yes. So you see this trying to get through.
Huh.
Alright, this is what you see. So,
Alright.
as it's trying to get through, you see it's not completely like this.
Uh-huh.
They're looking at a Yuan-Ti brood guard. What's interesting about them, and as you look at it, you see some humanistic features to it, like you've seen it before, or seen something of it before, like especially in its eyes, they haven't totally changed.
So you're saying something transformed into this?
Something was transformed, and it isn't complete.
Mm.
It is Badru.
Mm.
So they apply poison to something, and it's like a poison that corrupts its body and turns it into
Badru,
this.
our friend.
Yeah, he got taken a while ago. What happened to him? They turned him into this as an insult. They were going to use it on you in the next time in the arena, but
Jerks.
anyway, so you see that happening, and it's a little upsetting because that's your buddy.
Right.
He has been turned into something hideous. Anyway, it's trying to break through, and it doesn't seem to care that it knows you. There may be some surface thoughts that recognize you, but most of it's just kill, 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 kill.
Uh-huh. So can he totally see us? Is he like totally in the open and can get to us? Or...
He's pushing the statue aside. He's breaking through because he didn't beat him.
Okay.
So
they
you're
kind
losing ground to this thing.
Okay, so they kind of just start stabbing my sword through.
Yeah, you don't recognize it. You don't care. You're just like ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta save these people. I'm not. Oops. Keep on rolling. Okay, 12 plus 5. 17.
That's a hit.
9 damage. And he's marked.
Okay, so you slice across his hand, and you actually sever a couple of its claws, its fingers, and it screeches out in this strange manner, almost human, but not. It wasn't quite turned. It's still trying to break through, but it's actually it's gonna roll strength against you one more time, and you're not actually roll disadvantage since you're swinging at it, so one arm's gonna be free. Roll the 16. Right, 16 plus 2.
Disadvantage. I got 15 on that one. 11.
Plus your strength.
Proficiency or no?
Yeah.
16.
Okay, so it just beats you. So it's now coming through. It's like, you know how
Okay.
lizards,
Uh-huh.
you know how they're so hard to keep
Oh.
control of?
Yeah.
It's just like getting there. It's really quick and just unnerving. It's moving. Anyway, he's making his way through, and he's very upset.
So
And he's gonna make a swing at you since you're right next to him. Okay, he doesn't quite get through your armor. He just slashes across your armor, leaving a couple scratches, but nothing too bad.
I want to pick up a piece of stone. However, I mean, out of the statue or whatever.
Telekinetically?
Telekinetically.
Okay.
Yeah, and I want to throw it at him, applying planar energy at it for an attack.
Nice.
If that's an
That'd
option.
be an interesting thing to start doing. I'm going to develop some ideas.
Yeah. So 17 on the attack.
That's a hit.
So D8 for the planar damage. I don't know what you want me to apply for the stone damage.
I'm gonna say D4 since it's an improvised weapon.
Yeah. So 7 damage.
Okay, so it's trying to swipe at him, and it scratches across, and just when it does, you send a rock into the side of its head, dealing a pretty good hit.
Oh,
on him.
basically like the spell catapult.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, but just all the time.
Right.
Just pick up swords
You
and
don't have
things.
a limit.
Yours is
You
gonna
don't
be
have a limit
interesting.
on that. It's just
It didn't. It said
It literally says, and I'll read it just one more time so we're all clear. While wearing this ring, you can cast the telekinesis spell at will, but you can target only objects that aren't being worn, or so you can just
I can
continually
pick up as much crap as I want. as long as it's
one
under
action
1,000
per
pounds.
turn. Yeah, under
Nice.
1,000 pounds.
nice. Yeah, don't
Pick
lose
up
that.
nine.
No kidding, right?
Never lose that ring.
That's a new weapon.
That is a new weapon. That is
Yeah.
that's like
Might
better
be-
than
yeah,
it's
better
only
than
30
sword.
feet.
Right.
But picking up 1,000-pound object and dropping on unsuspecting
death.
person.
But he's not allowed to throw them at people.
Drop.
It's 30 feet moving, but if you put something above someone, if he moved an object 30 feet using his planar damage, which he can add to any attack.
Any attack, yeah.
So it's part of a ranger's move.
Mhm.
This particular plane,
The Horizon Walker.
the Horizon. I said planeswalker, different thing. Anyway, kind of the same idea, but yeah, he was able to use. I'm going to say, since it's an improvised weapon, it's a
Yeah.
D4. But
Yeah.
then he added. It would just be a D4 damage.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
But if it's a huge object, I have to add something.
Mhm.
Not like you can,
dropping.
if you like press it against someone against the wall.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it does damage.
Right. Right.
If
You
you
1,000-ton block. It's
just like
If you drop 1,000 pounds on somebody, oh, die for.
yeah.
this is gonna be very interesting.
Die for.
This is gonna be a very interesting playthrough. Now that he's got this ring.
Yeah.
It's
You just randomly pick one.
Oh, I picked it a while ago, but
Okay.
I knew what it could mean.
Yeah.
I'm just interested. I've never seen it before.
Yeah.
All right. So as you do this, it just hits with this like bright and like weird like sound, because it's almost like the energy from a portal hit it, and it's like this force damage that it just caused into it. It almost like knocks it out with the surprise, like a concussion. But he shakes his head, and some of the guards are starting to push through push the statue aside, and they're coming through as well.
So are the other gladiators, hopefully they're starting to go up on the platform.
They're all on the platform,
The platform goes down, right?
hopefully. I imagine. I mean, it's you're in a hill, but it's not going to go too far
Well,
up. If it did.
Should we really all try to get on the platform at the same time?
It's either that or someone stays behind and gets caught.
I think Odeon and Cry should stay there for a bit, and then Cry could fly down, and Odeon could just blink down.
Yeah, for 30 feet each.
Yeah, I think they should do that.
So they'll fight for a bit and then jump down
Yeah.
to it.
Okay, why can't
yeah.
half of us stay down and fight while half of us go up and then bring it back down? One person brings it back down.
You don't know how far down it goes or where the next landing is.
Yeah. How long will we be fighting without half of our people?
True.
So I think the 30 feet might be good. So
Be in a
Cry
city.
agrees,
Yeah.
since he's your twin, and you pretty much decide right now since he's not here.
Yeah.
He says, "Yeah, I can fly down. I haven't used my
Yeah.
ability today."
I don't know if Odeon still has.
He
spell
has one
ability
left
to be able to do
the
that.
missy step. Yeah.
I think they should hold them off while the rest of us go, and then just jump
Okay.
down to the platform.
All right. So Odeon just says, "With pleasure," and he looks. He can kind of see Ammonius through there. Okay. All right. So as the guards start coming through, they try to bring them down as best they can. Cry does not. He runs forward and makes an attack and misses. Let's just say he's blocked.
Right.
And I was waiting for this one. Odeon begins to kind of chant something as he starts moving his hands, and then just causes this huge boom, and all of you almost like get blasted back. Okay, so everyone makes a Constitution saving throw within 10 feet sphere of this, which is everybody that's in this like area. And okay, it's one person. He's okay. Next person's okay. Yeah.
Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
18.
4 of them are okay, and but they still take half. 3d8.
Nice.
It's all of us too, right?
No, just those guys.
Oh, okay.
11.
So 15. All right, so all of them are very shocked at this intense shattering sound. He just got shatter on them right in the middle, and like the stone walls, the statue itself crumbles.
Uh-huh.
He did it on purpose, and the stone walls themselves crack, and just everything around, like their bodies, just you see some just get racked with torment, and some of them fall down. One guy in particular dies flat out. He looked like kind of a weaker guy, but he just died. Ammonius even got hit by it, and he just took 11 damage himself, and he's very upset, but he's coming through. As he's coming towards you guys, you don't see this because you're all boarding it and it's starting to go down. By the way, as you see it going down, it's dark, pitch black. Not for you, but
Right.
yeah, everyone else would be like, "Oh gosh, where are we headed?" You
Yeah.
can't see where you're
We
going.
can't see the bottom. Can't see it.
No, but as you start going down a little bit, it's gone about 10 feet, and you well almost 10 feet, and you can just see over the edge, and you see Ammonius coming forward, and he's shedding his robes, and you see black scales like come up, and as you see his hood, he takes off, and he's got like a snake like head, and his face finally morphs into like his true form, which isn't very fun.
And do I recognize it? What I know what it means?
No, but you see it.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
So let me say what it is, so those that are not able to see it, which is all of you, it's a Yuan-Ti Mind Whisperer. Okay, so as he steps forward, he...
So how many of them are there?
The guards, there was like 8 of them, but 2 were knocked down, 1's dead, there's a few more that's just standing up but injured. Most of them were fine, but that was a pretty good area attack in a small area, so... Alright, so Ammonius steps forward and is going for Cry. And you see him like start whispering and like moving in a strange way at Cry, particularly trying to do something to him. You can't quite tell what.
What do you
Where
need?
did I put my
20?
D20?
He's fine.
I don't know what I just lost. Oh, there it is. Ew. Gosh. Just dropping everything left and right. Make sure I have this right here. I just don't want to cast a spell wrong and everyone's be like, "Didn't you know how that works?" That's how you guys sound. I'm just kidding. Did you like that voice? You don't know what you're doing. Okay. Okay, so he comes forward and tries to make an attack on him. Luckily, he misses him. Christ shakes it off and then runs forward and tries to attack him. And he does not hit him, just barely. But he realizes at this point that the platform is moving, Cry does, and he runs back, and then his wings, you can see them, and a couple others can, and he just flies down and says, "Odeon, move." And it's about 20 feet down now, and this thing is coming towards you guys, and it just tried to do something to him. And maybe he doesn't quite share the information yet, but he gets down to you as you see the platform, and you saw this happen. You know, a few people are like, "What was that?" And just at that moment, Odeon just like appears right next to you, as he just came jumping off the side, just like appeared next to you, and you see him spent, like that spell like took out of him, like effort. And you get about 30-40 feet down, and it jumps down too. Ammonius jumps down in the midst of all of you.
Okay.
40 feet down, he jumps down? And he's immune to fall damage?
He doesn't need to be.
At this point, I'm going to pull on my necrotic shroud and throw some fear into him if possible.
Okay. Try.
Um,
What is it? Is it a saving throw?
yeah, he rolls a saving throw
Okay.
on charisma.
Well, he beat it. It's a 17, and he has a charisma of 3, so 20. He's not afraid of you.
Well, since I have that, I'm going to attack him.
Okay.
For a chance at necrotic damage, so 20.
Okay.
Two-handed.
Well, actually, I want to roll initiative.
Oh, okay.
Just to be fair.
Okay.
Like he is.
Well, okay.
Like, I want to say you can keep. I can't. Like,
Right.
it is starting initiative, so it's gonna be a.
I got 5.
Okay. I'm gonna say not everyone can attack, just for the sake of it's not like a huge area. There's like
You
4
can
of
just
you.
say the other people are intimidated or something.
Yeah, I'd say. All right. So what did you get?
5.
Okay. And what did you get?
Are we going to count my roll as initiative?
Okay. All right. So you go first, and then he goes first. So okay. So it's you, and your name is Wyland, and then you finally got to fight Ammonius. I'm excited for you guys. And you were
Castle.
Yeah, that's right. I don't know why I'm having trouble with your name. All right, and then the rest of them will kind of stand back, except that lizard for some reason wants to step forward.
The lizard.
He has something
Yeah, I've been out.
He
I
does
haven't,
have
I
something
haven't been
against him.
watching, but now I'm in.
Nope.
You just
Other
roll the
pe-
dice.
Other people are going to make attacks. Other people are going to make attacks on occasion.
It's like it's either a 20 or a 1. It wasn't a 1, but
I don't know. I think I've rolled like 5 ones tonight. And luckily, David was just like, I think they're for team stealth checks. So we were,
Yeah, you got lucky because some people rolled really good ones. All right, so he makes 3.
jeez.
Okay. First hit is on you. The second one was a miss, and the third hit was on you.
Okay, so tell me about what I'm looking at here. How big is this platform? I mean, there's a lot of us on it, so
Let me show you.
because I mean, with my character, distance actually
I'm gonna
matters.
launch that pin. Oh, there's. Okay. Let's get rid of this. Same thing on this side. Yeah, I want that. Henry's drawing, so I think we're okay with that. All right. Believe it or not, it is a square. It's actually a rectangle. And let's say the statue was like right here. It wasn't that huge, but it's gone now. But Ammonius is like right in the middle where the statue used to be. And you guys are all kind of standing around. I was just drawing circles for the fun of it.
Okay.
All right, but it's about 60 feet by 30, 40 feet. It's pretty big.
Okay.
It was designed to take up, well, maybe not that big. Let's say like 30 by 20.
Okay.
Almost square, but not quite.
Okay, so I get a bonus attack against him because he attacked him. Because
Yes.
he's within 5 feet of me,
Yes.
and he even though
Yep.
he's on the other side.
Yep. And it's
Still
kind of
got-
like a flanking attack too. Like you see
Yeah.
it happening, you
Yeah.
just go in for it. Which is good that
Show
he
me
has
the
this
money.
because every time he attacks,
17
he
plus
gets
5.
3
That's got to
times.
be a hit, right? 23.
Yeah, it's a hit.
Okay.
That'd be ridiculous if it wasn't. We'd be in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
12 damage, and he's marked.
Okay. All right. So you hit him in the back, but he hits you.
Okay.
All right. So. You take 24 damage.
Thanks.
Okay, so that's one of his special attacks. So he specifically hit you.
Okay. Listen to this. When I hit a creature with a melee weapon, I mark him. Okay, hang on. Where is it? Just read it.
How much did I say?
24.
Yeah.
A creature marked by you has disadvantage on any attack roll that does not target you. So if he's not attacking me, he has disadvantage.
Yeah, but he hit him first.
Oh
So
yeah,
that
I
was
know.
before.
I'm just saying.
So from now on,
yeah, that's all.
that's
I'm saying.
good. It's
Okay.
convenient.
Right.
Ooh, that was a massive
Oh,
blow.
I'll just write how much damage it was. Be easier.
Oh, an extra. That was its extra.
Wait, what? So he's got more damage.
Well, it was
rolls?
his base attack, but that was the extra damage he did. So what is his base? Oh, it's D4. No. D6 plus 3. Okay. That's a D6. Okay, so 4, an extra 4, sorry. Alright, so he actually has a scimitar.
Okay.
He like came down with it,
Mhm,
just
mhm.
flying down. Alright, and then he makes an attack on you.
Okay.
And he hit, so
What did you roll?
yeah, I haven't done the damage yet. 10, 7, so 27.
33 plus
Plus
3.
3.
36.
Holy cow.
You beat a 19 on a roll. Okay.
Well, I mean, it's plus his attack, which is plus 3, so it was 18 plus 3.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's 36 damage.
Yeah.
I'm out for the count.
Oh, dang.
You're out.
That was
Yeah,
his,
I
but
mean,
that,
we're only level
he's out.
5,
He's
so-
out of that. He's out of that move though. He did both his moves on you guys.
Yep, I'm -2, so 0.
Oh no! Don't worry, it's not over. But anyway, you are down.
Yep.
For that second. All right. So next is Castle, who is now rolling a saving throw.
Oh, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, you would be because you're unconscious.
17.
Gosh, that was a massive blow.
Yeah.
So what is it?
Well, he rolled two 10s and a 7.
A
plus
17,
6.
And plus, he was already injured from.
It's true.
From the fire, yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause I have 45 health, but the fire
Yeah,
was 11 damage.
You yeah.
Alright, so 17 is a success. So
that's a success. You mark one saving.
Right.
Okay.
So I gotta do that 3 times.
Yeah. Gosh, man. Well, it's Ammonius, guys. He-
Oh wait,
he-
wait,
he made it down here.
Wait a minute.
If that guard wouldn't have gotten away.
Wait, I have something that makes it so. Because I'm a sorcerer, in my backstory, which we haven't gone into, is a sorcerer that's a subclass Shadow Magic.
Yeah. I do know
So I
that.
have the ability Strength of the Grave, starting at first level.
Oh, that's
My
right.
existence in the twilight state between life and death makes it difficult to defeat me when reduced to 0 hit points.
That's right. I love
I can
that.
make a charisma saving throw, DC 5 plus the damage taken.
Plus the damage taken.
Okay, so hang on a minute. I'm
So, like-
not gonna beat that.
What?
I'm confused about this.
Read it one more time.
You can make a charisma saving throw. The DC is 5 plus the damage taken, so that means that it would be like 41.
You'd have to be 40 something, yeah.
So
It
you,
was too strong a
on a
hit.
success, you instead drop to 1 hit point. You can't use this feature if you reduce to 0 hit points by the radiant damage or critical hit. I feel like we're missing something here. You can make a charisma saving throw. DC 5 plus the damage. Okay, so so if it ever passes 20, it pretty much does nothing. Because you can't roll higher than 20.
25. It'd have to be 25, yeah.
Oh wow.
I don't understand. Okay, so
Yeah,
never mind.
you
That
couldn't
doesn't
beat
work.
anything stronger
but-
than 25 hit point.
Oh wow.
damage.
He did a massive blow anyway. So
Um,
he came in and just as soon as so here's
I
what
think-
happened. So he came down, landed and sliced you really good, like across the gut right here, and then came up across like his face, leaving a gash, which is now probably permanent.
on my turn,
I'm gonna say anything that knocks you down, like knocks you out, it will leave a mark.
Yeah, something.
I'm gonna do that now. Not like
Yeah.
crippling, but something
Right.
that you'll remember that
Something that'll
the
show.
time you got knocked down.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool though. Not
Yeah.
bad to have a scar across.
Facial scar. Yeah.
yep, that's it. I don't got nothing.
Okay, that's fine. It's not over yet. I mean, we've got a few people with us, of course. Yeah, all right. Anyway, I'm not going to tell you more about him. All right, Cry, do your fancy move. He's still in fly mode, which means he's got his radiant damage.
Mhm.
All right.
Plus, he could use flurry blows.
Yay!
Use several.
All right. He's got Kopesh, doesn't he?
A 10.
Yes.
Nice.
All right.
You should have him do flurry blows.
What was that again?
He can spend 1 key point and do 2 extra attacks. I think they're hand
Okay,
to
so
hand.
so he slices and then
Does some sort of
punches
like
and kicks.
punchings, kicks,
Okay.
yeah.
so 8.
Where's the shadow book?
Okay, that's a good hit. All right, so let me. Ugh, it's bad. All right, Odeon sees this and runs over to you. Where did Odeon's thing go? I'm gonna speed this up. I gotta get going soon.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you go?
What are you looking for?
There he is. All right. He runs up with his Kopesh as well. I should probably roll.
That's a good
first.
idea.
Okay, so 14 is a hit plus, yeah, he's got him. And then a 5 was his damage. But then he has a 1d6 psychic damage. Yay! So 6, 11. 14. Nice, we're getting some good hits on him. Okay, so we have, so Odeon sees you get taken out in 1 hit. And he's terrified, but he's overall very upset and runs up with his Kopesh and just digs it in the back and just like scrapes across his back in a very, very painful and ugly manner. All right, now it is Alana's turn. You got marked. He was marked, but he got knocked down. That's right. So it doesn't. You got knocked out.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, dang it, she misses. And the lizard person comes running up, and with a 19 hits. Doesn't do barely any damage to him. Okay, it is
Me.
your turn again.
Okay. Going.
Nope.
1.
Yep.
Oh man. Okay, so we're on a platform that is moving rather quickly downwards into blackness, and I guess the only other reason that everyone else isn't attacking is because they don't have dark vision.
Yeah.
That would make sense.
That would make sense.
So they're all just clinging on to something
Uh-huh.
and going downward. And by the way, this platform, as you're going down, you notice it is starting to go faster. So that's something to think about. Can't be controlled at the moment. All right, so but you notice it's got that feeling of falling, but you're steady. But you're definitely feeling the wind rush past as you're going downwards. It's going pretty quick. Okay, Ammonius, this is your ugly turn. Okay, so he goes after Odeon, who just hurt him quite severely, hits him really good. He does 2 attacks. Oh my gosh, these dice are cursed. They rolled really high when the enemies started attacking. All right, yeah, I'm sorry that took you out immediately.
No, that's all good.
That's the way it works. All right, so let's roll the damage on this. D4. Not that, but that's not the worst of it. So I just have to make sure I'm doing this right. 2d6 poison. 6 and a 5. Are you kidding me? All right, so Odeon takes a good chunk of damage just now, and he's also poisoned. And then that was just his bite attack. Now he's doing his scimitar attack. Okay, 4 plus 3. All right.
My turn, right?
Yes.
Come on, show me the money. 18.
Yes. He's doing better than Jordan was. Ugh.
I don't know. Jordan had 2
No, he had 2
sub-10s
successes.
and then he had 2 successes.
He had 2 successes, 2 failures, and then a final failure, but with your help,
Yeah.
you got through. Gosh, had you not done that 3 points of health, it would have killed him.
Yeah.
All right, that's neither here nor there. He's doing okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have you control Cry, just
Okay.
to save me some time.
Okay.
Since he is your twin,
Right.
he's got a D10 Kopesh, and then he's got some stuff.
Yeah, he's gonna do more.
You were a monk once.
Yeah, flurry of blows.
Another key point.
It's gonna be 18.
It's a hit.
So a die 10, 10 plus 2d4.
Yes,
Nice.
max damage. Come on, max
14,
damage.
17.
All right. 17. Let me add this real quick.
I don't see that on
Okay.
here. Oh, there it is.
Okay, good. All right, Odeon. He's almost out of things. Got that. He's gonna do Wrathful Smite again. Yes, that's a hit. Adds a d6, and then plus his Kopesh. Great, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then that was it. He has to make a Wisdom saving throw. He beat the last one. He beats it. Okay. Just do this as quick as possible. Alright, now we have Alana, who's actually going to run over to you, as she is a trained medic, or at least has dealt with medicine,
Mhm.
and is assisting you. So you get advantage on your next saving throw. Cool. And that's her turn. Lizard person, never learned his name, does not do well. In fact, as he comes up, he's provoking an extra attack, and he misses him, luckily. Okay, Wyland.
That
You're-
would be a 14.
You're practically stabilized. You're almost back up.
14.
14's a hit.
Okay. And I'm going to apply planar energy, obviously. Why wouldn't I? So that would be 6 damage. How long does the whole wing thing stay for? It's a minute.
It's a minute. So it's
That's probably passed.
It's passed.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's necrotic. Not that that would really probably make a difference.
Ooh, guys, you're getting there. All right. Probably shouldn't say stuff like that, but I like to let you know that you're not doomed.
Yeah.
It's my style.
If it comes to death, I could always tip the platform
Yeah.
with my ring.
We all die.
Yeah.
Maybe you should have kept the thing. Just.
Right.
You notice now that it's increasing its speed tremendously. Like it's. My story's falling. Like it's not falling, but you feel yourself becoming less heavy as you're going downward. So it's gonna be fun. All right, now whose turn? Ammonius? You just
Yeah,
went.
I just went.
Oh snap! Oh no! Okay, so his first attack hit was which is a bite.
Hit me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm sorry. You're attacking him like forcefully, and
Tell us the damage.
all right. So here's what happens. So it's a D4 on the bite. That's doubled. That's 8. Of course, I would roll max, and then 2d6. 1. Okay, 1 and 2. So 3, 4. So 14 damage.
How much did you add at the end? Oh, so 14.
So it's doubled. That was doubled. So it was 87 total.
42. Okay, I'm still good.
Good. All right. He bit you. Just ran up and bit you. It was like an insult to injury, right on the neck. All right. You just feel the course of like venom just go through you. It's just anger. All right. Castle. Roll advantage to wake up. Wake
Here
up,
we go.
Castle. Lano's just shaking you. Just
What
like,
happens if you wake up like 1 health?
You have 1 health, 1 hit point.
16.
That's up.
So do I have a turn or is that my
You have a turn. I'm just going to allow you to have a turn. Just because it sucks getting knocked out.
Right.
But by the way, you now have a bleeding scar right across your face right here.
Oh, perfect.
So that's now permanent.
Except that my character doesn't bleed, but we can talk about that later.
Yeah, that's something that people are going to notice.
I can tell you. So I barely bleed, even when badly injured.
Yeah, you were badly injured, but you barely are bleeding.
I have a warrior ability that kind of gives me some health. That I should use.
Warrior ability!
Or fighter, I mean. Second,
Fighter.
second wind. You can regain hit points equal to 1d10 plus your fighter level, which is 4. So
Oh, that's right, once per day.
yeah,
Yeah, that's a lovely little.
1d10. Is that this one?
2. 6. Yeah. So 7.
So you just pop up, just like gasping for air.
So
As
I'm
Alana's
supposed to be
above
the
you.
tank. Maybe
Probably,
I'm gonna go
she's
try to
probably trying to do it, but your splint
Yeah.
isn't making it easy for her to revive you.
That's not a bonus action, is it? It's an action.
That I believe
Action.
you. On your turn, you can. Oh, it's actually a bonus action, but I don't even know if I. Do I get an action?
Yeah, that was a bonus action. You waking up, not so much as an
It's
action.
not an action. Okay. Well, then I'm gonna kind of step away. Like
Alana's giving up her turn to get
if
you
he's
up.
not right by me,
I'm just gonna say that.
if he's not right by me, right?
Not yet. He's busy sinking his teeth into your friend over here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
New friend.
I'll throw.
As you're plummeting into the depths. By the way, you've passed like several things along the way. Just like you could have stopped here, you could have stopped here, could have
The
stopped.
thing
It's
is,
just
like,
the way it is. Like you can't stop it right now. It's
Mhm.
like this thing is murdering us right now. We
Right.
can't
the
like.
thing is, if I attack him, he gets disadvantage attacking
retaliation.
anybody else, so he's gonna want to attack me again. I'm just gonna attack him.
Okay.
It's gotta.
Yeah.
It's what I would do. 8 plus 5, 13.
Plus 5 is 13. All right.
Is that a hit? Or no?
Yeah,
So that's 8.
I thought that was your damage. It's like that's.
No. A 13 is a hit.
Yeah. It's a.
Okay, sorry. 8 plus 4, so I do 12 damage. And he's now marked.
You are marked.
He gets really bad disadvantages if he attacks other people.
Okay. You stand up. So here's what happens. You stand up, and Alana's helping you up, and you jump forward, just like barely even seeing what's going on. You just slice. Oh, actually, not slice. You kind of just like stab into his shoulder, and it goes through, and you just feel this like spray of hot blood, but it's not yours. And you're like, okay, that's good. He's not dead, but as he pushes off of you, he falls off the platform. But he casts fly on himself, and you just see him holding himself and just like breathing heavily, and just he says, "We're not done," and you just going down, and you can barely see his form as he just like jumps up to a cliff and pulls himself up, and you see him watching you like as you kind of go down further into the depths, and that is where we end tonight.
So is casting fly just like he can just fly how he is, or does he grow wings or something?
He flies how he is.
Oh,
It's
okay.
it's almost like this little like blue or purplish energy just like surrounds you. It just helps
Like
you.
Dragon Ball Z type stuff.
Yeah. Yep, that is an ability that thing has. So you now know a little bit more about what he is. So next time we will be seeing what happens there. And next time might be a couple of weeks. It might be next week, but probably a couple of weeks. Unless we've managed to get together somehow, but I can't make any promises. But I'll let you know. We'll figure out amongst ourselves what's good. Thank you for watching. May your rolls always be natural ones, just not natural ones. And have a fantastic Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, something. Anyway, goodbye. We love you all. Mwah, mwah. And stuff.